everybody. Welcome to the party. We're so glad you're here with us on this, freezing cold Sunday for me up in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know about everybody else. I hate you so much.
Out here.
so fucking cold out here.
Oh, thank God the air conditioning just turned on. Oh God, I was dying.
Factual.
Anyway, I don't know if you still have snow up north, Smurf, but yeah, it's been cold. Welcome to the party. We're so glad you're here with us today. Joining us for our third episode of PWN Presents Slaughter, a worldwide wrestling RPG tale. And I want to quickly thank our sponsors, Roll20, Tabletop Loot, So Nerdware, and Devin Ryu for sponsoring and supporting the channel. And our Patreon supports the bulk of the operations here, and subs and bits will give you awesome emotes while giving the players some extra benefits. So check that out. You'll find out if you donate enough, and we'll tell you what they are. So check out Patreon below. And as always, you can join our amazing Discord. There are so many people on there.
Or just a bunch of really convincing chat bots.
Maybe. It could be. Who knows? But we have fun there. All right, let's go around and introduce everyone. I like to go in the order of the stream, so let me pull up the Twitch real quick. All right, perfect. I'm going to start with Fox today.
Hey, folks. I'm Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on Twitter. Today, I will be playing the much beleaguered Phoenix and occasionally the much beboobed Kimberly Price.
Nice. Well done. Well done. Simon.
Producing, I choked. What do you want from me?
Hello, I'm Simon, and I will be playing the luchador Death Blossom, who will do her best to be extra super goth and possibly reconcile or throw her ex-girlfriend through a table today. We'll see.
Could happen. Who knows?
Why not both?
Could be both. Why not? All right. Smurf.
Hi, I'm Smurf. Tonight or this morning, whatever time it is. Time's irrelevant.
It's wrestle time.
I am playing Ron Sterling, who is a up-and-coming rising star in the PWN, who this episode might be called something different as he teams up with his old partner.
Who knows what will happen? And Jackie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie, and today I will be playing the cook. It's going to be great.
and let's not forget Johnny Wong.
Oh, yes, and I will also be playing the ever so very monotone Johnny Wong.
Johnny Wong. And I'm Kate. I do the creative for this game, which is pretty much the GM role, and I'll be playing a bunch of characters and a new announcer that you will meet later.
Real quick, Jackie, your captions are being hinky again. Have you still got the web captioner open?
Sure. I think. Hold on. Did I mess with the link captioner?
We shall fix.
Yeah, we'll fix it if you did. Just want to give you a heads up that I'm not getting any readout on my end. Anyway, Kate.
Okay, cool. All right. And now, are we ready to get started? All right. Here we go.
Pop it off. Fire it up. Fire it.
Cut it out.
Fire it down.
Slaughter!
The scene opens on Alistair, again, sitting in his office. For those of you who don't know, Alistair is a tallish, pale gentleman, starting to lose his hair and has a little bit of a comb over, and is sitting in his office behind his desk with the light playing through the blinds like always in that orange yellow tone. And across the desk from him standing is the cook. But we can wait if we need to while you fix things.
No.
Okay.
I'm good, I think. Let me know if that works out, Fox.
Let me refresh the page and make sure. I will find out while you talk. And if it doesn't, then I'll because I may need to get a new URL from you if you had to fix anything. But web captioner, it's the whole thing.
I know.
Right.
Okay.
You had...
Alistair looks at you and says, "You could have made it cleaner, kid."
Well, Diesel moved. Can't help with that.
So you're blaming Diesel for your aim.
No, but it didn't help.
Fair. You're booked tonight. You know, right? Change it.
Yes.
Change it.
All right. Not a problem. We can let this marinate a little bit.
I should always be expecting them, and I'm not. God damn. Every time. And so it begins. Yes, you do that. Don't fail me. I don't want to be disappointed. And you don't want to see me disappointed.
Don't worry. This is only the appetizer course. We got a long way to go.
Right. just like right and nods, like, and then it just fades out onto the credits. And again, over the screen, it says PWN presents Slaughter on KPTV 12. And it says, with wrestlers, Diesel, Ron Sterling, the Surgeon, the Governor, Vampirus, Death Blossom, the Bull, the Cook, Vince, Rocket Man King, and also included Iconique, Carmella Davis, Ghost, and Phoenix.
Yay! I got mentioned this time.
Well, you know, I'm a jerk sometimes, deal. And again, the camera opens on this big building that is in, like, you can tell is an old Walmart. And you've got, it says PWN with the W is the old Walmart W. And you open on the outside of this building, and then it zooms in to the locker room. And seated in front of her locker is Death Blossom. And she's just sitting there being given a chance to talk about how she feels right now.
Monologuing. All right. Yeah, so Death Blossom is seated. Of course, she is still wearing her mask. Always wearing the mask, the skull motif with flowers. And I think as the camera like pans over to her, she's in a rare moment, she's like got her hand in her head in her hands, and then raises them up and clasps them a little bit, stares up at the ceiling, and she shakes her head, and she walks over to her locker, looks at a picture of her. It's a different Polaroid than the one we saw last time. So it's another, she's got like a stack of these like hidden away. Like she pulls behind like a workout hoodie, pulls it to the side, and there's like 3 or 4 pictures just tacked up. And she pulls one down that's her and Vampirus, I think on a roller coaster. And like Vampirus has her arms out with the bat wings, flapping in the wind, and Death Blossom is going down like with her arms folded, looking like grumpy, but there's like you can see there's a little bit of a smirk, and she's kind of leaning against Vampirus, and she looks at it long and hard, and she says, Vampirus, we had a lot. We had it all. We risked so much for each other. But things changed. You changed. I changed. And now, I don't think. And she goes to like tear the photo. She starts tearing the bottom of the Polaroid and then stops. and then presses it back against the locker. She says, "We stepped away from each other. Maybe we can make things whole again. I don't know what I want right now. I guess we'll have to see in the ring." And she closes the locker.
And it fades out on that and fades in on Ron sitting in the workout room. What is he doing today? Yep,
Curls.
I figured. Curls, like always. I thought I
What else would it be?
I know, come on. I know. I should have known.
It's got a brand to uphold.
Kate, did you want the locker room music for this, or?
Oh yeah, sorry. That's me.
No.
Forgetting the things.
Okay.
I also forgot the intro, which I'll jump to in a second. Don't worry.
Okay.
But yeah, and you've got Ron Searling in the locker room just working out. And then we flash to Phoenix in the bathroom, like always.
Okay, so this time she's in there. She's got like a milk crate turned upside down, and there's like a crappy little TV sitting on top of that, and then on top of that, balanced precariously, is like a VCR. And this whole apparatus is sort of like hooked up in the corner of the bathroom. And she's sitting there and she's watching the start of last week's episode, and just like it gets all the way through the intro sequence, and she's just like, "Son of a bitch, you bumped me from the credits. You bumped me from the. I can't believe." She like rewinds it and like watches it again, like, yeah. Ron is cook. Come on.
And then we move to the cook, who is I'm assuming making a salad or some other kind of food item.
Oh no, he's making another salad. He's making a chef salad today.
Oh, nice. All right, fair. He's making a salad. What is he doing?
He's making the salad. He actually walks over, and Diesel's there, and puts the bowl of salad in front of Diesel. There's a note on it. "Sorry about last week."
And she just gives him a long look. And then we move out to the ring.
That's it.
We'll get back to it. We move out to the ring with Rory Cemetery. I will fucking remember this name. God dang it. Rory Cemetery sitting at the announcer's table.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rory Cemetery, and this is PWN Slaughter. Last week, we had a firecracker of an episode.
Don't you hate that?
We saw the Surgeon defeat the Cook in an all-out peanut buster parfait. The match saw more sausage than Kimberly Price on a Friday night. We also saw the Dark Vampiress of Death Blossom's past return to bring havoc on the Luchador's already shaky mental state. And then we saw Rising Star, the Prince of Fab, Ron Searling, take on Big Mama Diesel for the AAA Mega Championship. Interference kept the Cook kept Sterling from winning his first championship. Tonight, we will see the local politician take on a specter in a singles match. Can the governor exorcise some demons and bring tax reform to PWN? We'll find out tonight. And then we will have our very first LTC match between Death Blossom and Vampirus. After last week's tense moments between those two, this match is bound to bring the best out of both wrestlers. And finally, in our Jemison Meat Sticks main event, we end with a classic tag match as the Birds of Prey, Phoenix and Vulcan, take on the Cook and Carmella. Can Phoenix and Vulcan renew their flock and seek vengeance on the Cook? This is PWN Slaughter.
That's just me changing the lineup. No problem. Okay. Whew. All right. And we go back to the Cook and Diesel. And she just looks at him and says, "Why?"
I need Ron to be tenderized. You almost overcooked him.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's
Yes,
the long
It's my job. It's what I do.
Yeah, but no one likes their steak well done.
I do.
There's like this look of disbelief
I know, it's
on
so
the face. Well,
Don't. Okay.
most people don't like their steaks well done.
You know what I like? I like my
What?
championships battles clean, where I win and don't get knocked out on the floor. So, kid, I'm watching you. One wrong move, you're going down. And you know who'll be well done? You.
So speaking about having clean matches,
I'm just waiting for it. I'm fucking waiting for it.
The pause is so pregnant, it's having triplets.
sorry. What if I were to hand back Ron Sterling to you on a platter?
I'm listening.
Let's just say that maybe dinner tonight is going to have some chicken wings with your steak.
She just looks at you like the absolute. She's like trying so hard, but she has no clue what's going on. And she's like, "Sure, kid, sure." And she like slams a locker, just walks away. She's like, "Whoa, man."
He's like, he looks back, he pulls out a literal menu. He's like, no, yes, yeah, that's steak with chicken. Yeah, that's the main, that's the third course.
It's like a menu of the night for your battles. Like, what the...
Yes.
You don't?
No, sorry, I don't. I'll work on that for next week. We move to Ron Sterling, and there is also I'm assuming still sitting doing his arm curls, and there's another young woman. This time she has dark, long, curly brown hair, and she walks in, still young.
Cavalcade of women he's throwing at Ron.
No, it's just like there's never the same interviewer. It's just the way it goes. Hi, Ron. How are you feeling about tonight, Ron?
Well, I'm very excited about tonight. Aren't you?
Yeah, I'm so excited to see you and Phoenix back in action together.
I got a few surprises up my sleeve.
Okay, what are they?
You'll see. So, and he's gonna like put his hand up against one of the machines. How are you doing?
Are you doing an interview? Wait, should I be out there? Hang on.
I'm good.
Phoenix, come out here.
You're doing it. You guys are doing. Yeah, sorry. I was in the. Are we doing an interview?
Ron's gonna throw his arm around Phoenix.
Hi, Phoenix. How excited are you about tonight? Back at it with Ron?
So yes. You know, we're getting the band back together. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna show. Shit. Who are we booked to? Are we booked to fight?
The Cook and Carmela Davis.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking. There's a lot of windows. We're gonna show that nasty Carmela and that short order cook that there's entirely too much fire in the ring for his heat resistant oven mitts. We're gonna whip their butts. I'm sorry, have we met? Wait, who is this? I turned to Ron like
I was just trying to figure it out.
Oh, I'm Courtney.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Courtney. Yeah, Ron, tell him how much butt we're gonna kick.
Courtney, tonight you're going to witness something that has not been seen ever on PWN. Tonight, for one night only, Ron Sterling is dead.
But you're right here.
Tonight, I am Vulcan.
It is excited. This is like just an excited face and she can't even like contain it. And she's like, you're bringing back Vulcan? Does that mean the birds of prey will rise again?
I looked very expectantly. Oh, go ahead.
That's exactly what that means.
Hell yeah, it does. Yeah. Really? Wow, we didn't talk. Okay, great. This is hot. This is big for me. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna fly higher than an eagle tonight. The birds of prey. Vulcan is my very good wrestle friend, and the others in the ring don't stand a chance because he's gonna forge a mighty team with me, the legendary Firebird. So, Cook, you better watch your step because you might just trip and fall and hurt yourself. And the thing you're gonna trip over is named the bird's prey, and what you're gonna hurt yourself on is the mat after I pin you to it.
Are you trying to cut a promo right now? Because I can't tell.
I think so.
It sure feels like it.
I feel like it, but I just want to. I can't quite tell. I'm like,
I'll roll for it.
Yeah, dude, please do.
I forgot my dice. They're important.
I'm like, I can't.
Listen, this is a Powered by the Apocalypse game. To do it, you do it. And this is what I'm doing.
Yeah,
and this rolls on, what is it? Is it look for kind of promo?
Yeah, it's on look.
Oh, cool. Well, so I rolled a 5. -2. So I rolled a 3.
Not
a good talker.
So yeah, Courtney looks at you, just kind of like, and then kind of sidles over to Ron. So, Vulcan, is it?
Vulcan.
And then it'll just fade out.
I don't know what vision you have for that character, but I'm getting such a like Trekkie Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, same. I'm like, I don't know what it is either, but I like it.
Load the spaceship with the rocket fuel.
His name is Vulcan, and he's using a Klingon warbird name.
He's put him in the disruptor. He's put him in the disruptor.
Oh boy.
And then the camera opens on Vampirus, and she's literally just standing on top of the building like this. In her full-on black outfit with her wings out and her mask on, just like this. Bright red lips, stilettos. And just holds there for like unnaturally long.
Oh god, please let somebody walk out on this.
So Rory comes up as she's standing there with a microphone in hand. Vampirus, things got pretty tense last week. Have any comments?
I am trying to reestablish my chi, Rory.
Would you say that your chi has been disrupted by seeing Death Blossom again?
I feel that this conversation is not necessary to the future as we go forward.
What if we were going backwards? Would you feel it necessary then?
I don't understand you, tiny man.
And I would think that most of our viewers don't understand you.
Who can understand the darkness?
Perhaps Death Blossom.
And that's when Death Blossom. You're standing on top of the building, right?
Yeah.
It's like top of the building.
Wait, is Rory up on the building with? Or Rory, like... Okay.
Just like come up on the roof. Yeah. I think like from a grate on the roof, like one of the like two like the vents or something.
Oh yeah, like the AC vent kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
The vent goes bam, flying out as Death Blossom's fist comes through, and she crawls out and says, "I understand the darkness inside you all too well."
You did. At once, lover. But things change. Times change. And so does the bat.
Still trying to realign yourself, trying to regather your energy. That's a fool's game. There's no amount of preparation you can do that will prepare you for what has bloomed inside of me. My power will now surpass yours. Where once we were equals, I will prove I have become stronger.
She's just ignoring you.
Yeah, Death Blossom grabs the mic from Rory. Says, "You see, Vampirus doesn't care about what you think. Vampirus only wants to use all of you. She wants to show off how high and mighty she is. I am a warrior of the people. I will show you I am worthy of your praise, whether I have to take it by force or not. You will all bow to me. You will all show me your respect. Where Vampirus demands it, she has done nothing to earn it, and I have already shown my reputation. Tonight, you will see that I am the only thing that can grow in PWN." And I'm cutting.
I assumed you were cutting a promo
promo
there. I assumed.
With my -1 look.
Y'all need to work on your looks.
Still a 10.
Nice.
I've got 2 audience. What do you want from me?
What are you picking from the list?
Goodness gracious. I don't know. I think a lot. That's the wrong PDF. Sorry, this is great.
You can make creative book you in a match. You can add a stipulation to the relevant match. Gain +1 momentum or gain +1 heat with the subject of your promo.
I'm gonna get a momentum.
Okay, so now you have 2 momentum.
Yes.
All right.
I
cool.
will use that for reasons.
I can't imagine what reasons these would be. Who knows? All right. It closes out on this. Oh, what is Rory doing as this closes out? Vampire's just standing there like this.
And back inside.
Phoenix is walking out of the training room where she has just had this interview with Ron, and the cook is in the hallway.
Cook?
Hey, Phoenix. So you think I'm going to trip up today?
You heard that? Wow, you've got good ears. They should call you the ears. Mr. I can hear things so good. Down the hallway. Listen, you can't just go like beaning people with the cooking equipment. It's illegal. I mean, first of all, you should probably face some kind of prosecution for that. That's really weird. But second, more importantly, it's that defiles the sanctity of the match. Like this is a holy thing. This what we do here, and you should you should respect that, Cook. You of all people, I would think.
He kind of leans in a little bit. I know what I'm doing, Phoenix. I know what I'm doing.
Well, could you clue in the rest of us? Because
I would watch it. Besides, you helped me in the beginning. I should one day return the favor, I hope.
Well, I'm not looking for the kind of help where you crank people upside the head with cast iron, so why don't you keep your help to yourself? I'm gonna make it through this on the merits of my ability and my strength and the loving adoration of a crowd that barely knows I'm alive.
Well, what if the crowd did like you, Phoenix? You've been around for so long.
Okay, yeah, like what if? That's a good what if. I think I think it's achievable through hard work. You know, I just kind of like I back up a little bit and like puff up my chest. Like, you know, you do anything long enough, you work hard enough, in this great country of ours, it pays off. And my day's coming, Cook, and I don't need some silly like food matches to get it done. I go out there, I work my ass off. I get things fair and square in the square. Get that, Cook. Fair, that's me, and square, that's the ring. That's how I do things around here. I don't need your tactics.
I'm not gonna give you any of my tactics, but I'll tell you this. You say you work hard and long to get to where you are, but look at yourself. How many have you lost? How many matches? Now, every time, the last match, you had Death Blossom with you. This match, should you win, you're still riding on the coattails of someone else.
Ron will enter.
Moment while I switch people's names.
She'll have earned a victory side by side with her friend, Vulcan.
Every time.
I'm actually gonna lean in a little bit, getting kind of the face a bit. Go, listen. Doesn't matter how many times I've lost, because a phoenix always rises from the ashes. And I'm gonna shoulder check him as I like walk past.
Ooh. I don't know if that's a move, but I think you've gained a heat with each other. I really feel like you've gained a heat with each other.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm skipping through the moves now, and it's like, eh.
I've decided you now have +1 heat with each other. Enjoy. All right.
All right.
Neat.
All right.
All right. We move out to. Oh, go ahead. What do we?
I was
Did you
gonna
want to?
say, he looks back over at Ron. So you're back to being Vulcan again.
Does that terrify you?
No. No. And he pulls out the cast iron pan. He says, "'Cause you helped me forge this pan."
Literally or figuratively?
Blessed.
Who the fuck even knows?
I remember the day that you discovered that pan. And what you could do with it. just remember, when there's a grease fire, don't throw water on it. Vulcan out.
Wrestling is good, actually.
I love Vulcan so much already. Oh, that's so good. Sorry.
I guess I could do a bird thing.
Caw.
Caw, caw, caw. Okay, it fades out. What look is the cook making as the camera fades?
He kind of turns to the camera, gives an eyebrow and a little bit of a side smile.
Nice, I like it. And we are up on the ring. Seated behind the announcer table are Rory Cemetery and Ramiro. Is it Rudioso or Rudoso? I can't ever remember.
Rudioso.
Okay, good. I had it right.
You're good. You're
And
valid.
Ramiro. Prepping for the match between the Governor and Ghost.
Rory Cemetery here. Assad time, my friend. Romero should be a great match here today between the Governor and Ghost.
That's right, Rory. We're looking at a real meeting of the minds here. Just two titans of the industry ready to clash together. We'll see if the Governor is going to be making any major statements here, or if Ghost is going to take the whole match beyond the shadow of any doubt.
Early polling here indicates that the Governor is down behind Ghost, trying to channel some inner Bill Murray here to try and take down the Spectre.
Absolutely. Just a fantastic day here in beautiful Vancouver for some incredible matchups. Let's hope that the two of them can lead the polls and make sure that everybody comes out for the rest of some fantastic and very important matches for the rest of PWN.
And the Governor's music starts playing. Hopefully it's bringing.
It's got to be Hail to the fucking Chief.
It's not. I'm sorry.
Well, there's a couple of ways you could have gone with it.
Yeah. And it's a tall man, 6 feet tall, about 250 pounds, fair skin, triangular face, hook nose, puffy lips, narrow brown eyes. He's completely bald. He's wearing a dark blue singlet under a full suit. It's a gray blue pinstripe suit with the big lapels, the double breasted, and he walks out to the ring. He's like puffing his chest out. He just walks out. He goes,
and here he comes now, discount JBL down the ramp.
That's absolutely right. Fresh from the men's warehouse. The Governor just proving that it's too bad Kimberly's not here with us on the table, because as we all know, all the ladies love a sharp-dressed man.
And behind him is a woman, very pretty, but wearing glasses, and like her hair's up in a bun, and she's wearing a pencil skirt suit and heel and like sensible pumps, and she's like carrying a briefcase behind him and just running behind him as he's just like.
He's gotta like the way he looks. He guarantees it.
He just moves into the ring. He just like steps over the middle rope and through, and the woman just like goes to the side and sets up like a little area where she's gonna hold down the fort. That's his press secretary, and that's what she's called, press secretary.
There she is, the lovely press secretary, making sure that everything's in order and that the Governor minds his P's and Q's, getting everything set up for the mobile office, the Governor's hub of operations here in the ring. It's time that he gets ready to press the flesh, not just among the audience, but with his opponent.
And then all of a sudden the lights completely go out. It's completely dark. There's this like pause. The lights flash back up, and Ghost is in the middle of the ring, standing there. They are a medium tall, about 5'8", 155 pounds, dark skin, turned up nose, brown eyes, and no eyebrows. They have short gray hair that is kind of curly and spiky and forms a small afro. And they are wearing an all gray ghillie suit as they are crouched in the middle of the ring, and they stand up.
Please tell me they also have white sclera lenses put
Sure,
in.
why not? I got it. Why not? Yeah, they do. They have white sclera lenses. Yeah, you
Metal
got
Gear
it.
Solid looking motherfucker over here.
By God, every time Ghost steps into the ring, it gives me chills, just appearing out of nowhere, just giving us proof that the specter of death is always around our the corner.
Yeah, Ramiro, this is really a terrifying scene here whenever Ghost comes out. I don't know if I'm going to get possessed or if the possession is going to be taking place inside the ring.
Well, let's hope that everybody has enough mental wherewithal to stand through it and that nobody's got a dodgy heart. Sure can believe that that Ghost is going to give somebody a heart attack tonight.
I will say the governor has to look out for Ghost's finishing move, the ectoplasm. It is a devastating power bomb.
Writing that shit down. Don't want to forget that. All right. All right, and
that may be, but Ghost has also got to keep an eye out for the governor's signature tax evasion defensive style. We'll see whether or not that'll come into play.
Oh my god.
The announcer goes, "This is a match between." That happens totally in it. The governor and Ghost. It's scheduled for one fall. And then the bell rings. It starts with both of them circling each other in the ring. Ghost has taken off the ghillie suit and kind of laid it to the side and is in a full gray and black singlet that's kind of that same pattern. And is kind of moving around the governor, and the governor's like, please, as they go in. The governor makes a move to grab Ghost into a power a pickup and then powerbomb, and Ghost just slides out of the way and does this weird maneuver that I've never seen before in wrestling. With a weird evasive maneuver where they go all the way around multiple times, knock the governor's feet out from under him and flip him over.
Wow, Ramiro. Oh my, we were all taken aback by that unique offensive style by Ghost.
Yeah, some have said that Ghost has some sort of unique immaterial properties that they can pass through solid matter. We've never seen anything quite like it happen in the ring before, but I think we're getting a taste of something that Ghost has been working on for some time. Whether it's supernatural or simply superhuman remains to be seen.
Indeed. Rumor has it that Ghost has been training in Area 51 in Nevada, and we will only be able to see how much of that training has come together.
Sometimes I can't. I don't know what to say after that. I just don't know. They move in, and there's a series of moves with Ghost manipulating the governor wherever they want him to go, flinging him off ropes and elbow dropping him to the ground. It's just this whole series of flips and maneuvers that you can't quite keep up with, and you don't quite know what's happening as it continues on. But it seems that the Ghost is in charge of this whole match at the moment.
Look at the speed at which the Ghost is manipulating the governor around the ring. Just so it's coming out with these flurries of blows and almost bamfing around like a ghost, really.
Yeah, Ghost is moving around the ring like a Kansas City barbecue sauce. in a big old.
Yes. Yes. In a big old what? In a big old what?
In a big old pan of biscuit.
It's really hard to keep it straight.
The ghost is just slathering on the offense here.
That's right. The governor is getting completely sauced right now by Ghost, and let's see if his biscuits are going to crumble any second now.
So it seems as though Ghost is controlling the match, and then you see the press secretary put a spit wad into a straw and spit it at the ref, and the ref looks away for a minute, and she throws the briefcase at Ghost, hitting them straight in the head, and the governor takes advantage, picks Ghost up, throws them down into a powerbomb, and then pins them right as the referee looks back, and the referee's like 1, 2, 3, and then I can't forget to do my job. I got it, and it's like, and the winner is by pinfall, the governor.
My God, the press secretary comes out with the patented detention special, the spitball technique, distracting the ref. The governor comes in and suplexes with the gavel and really drops the hammer on Ghost.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier the tax defense, and that really came into effect here. Major evasion points used by the governor to escape the ghost's mystical properties.
Yeah, no matter whether or not you can walk through walls or not, it's not going to stop the power of the American gubernatorial system. It just goes to show you that you can get anything you need with enough time, power, and money.
I can't agree more.
Sent more lawyers. I don't know about if we can put guns in the ring, but lawyers and money, certainly the governor's got in spades.
The ghost should start lobbying for additional support in people in the same constituency as her.
Free! Anyway. The governor... Get back to my duty. The governor walks out of the ring, all suave, as the press secretary picks everything up and just follows behind him, slowly but surely. And then the ghost has just disappeared. You don't know where they went. They're just gone.
Well, now that the governor has exited, and oh my God, where did Ghost go?
Is it the
Ghost is gone. They're gone.
This former Walmart? It's like the ghost of Walmart's past.
Oh man, that's so sad and depressing.
Yes,
Oh my gosh. So sad. All right, and then it closes on the ring and moves back to the locker room, where you see Johnny Wong standing, holding a can of sparkling water. Nature's Dry sparkling water.
Good evening, and may I suggest you hydrate tonight with Nature's Dry bottled water. It's the most purified water in all of the planet. Nature's Dry. Drink up.
The music made that seem like it was a porno.
I picked the worst music that I could find because I'm like, this has to be bad.
I was like, all right, we're going with this.
This has to be so bad. All right. Sorry.
I swear we need to clip all of the commercials eventually and just put them together.
Together as one commercial. That would be awesome. We should totally do that.
Oh man, yeah, I'll start making notes. Oh my God.
Oh, that's so good. All right. Anyway, and sorry, I can't. I don't want to cry, but I can't help it.
I know you're so overcome by the emotion of the ring and the
yeah,
drama
it's
and
just
the
so.
spectacle.
Oh man, yeah.
You can only get that right here on PWN, folks.
Presents
Redacted.
Redacted.
That's why we're banned on Twitch, folks. We're too damn hot for Twitch.
Yeah, too damn hot for Twitch. We see Vampirus in the bathroom doing her makeup for the evening. Just touching up. It looks like she's not really doing anything, but she has like a powder puff and she's like
all over.
I think the camera kind of like
even over the mask.
Yes.
Because she's wearing that black half
There's
mask.
nothing on it because it's like she's patting it, and obviously there's
nothing. There's nothing on it.
Residue or whatever.
The camera like dollies over a little bit, and I'm back over there in the corner with my milk crate TV VCR combo. But now I've got like a stack of tapes, and I'm just kind of like going through them and just like very like intensely kind of watching. What like we can like see over my shoulder is just this very cheap bootleggy VHS copies of some Lucha Libre, and I'm just kind of like sitting there like studying like, yeah, see now that's the kind of stuff right there. Yeah, where's my notes? It's like I'm wearing wrestling gear. There's like nowhere to keep notes, so
just pull them out of your.
So I just like I reach into the stall and I grab the roll of toilet paper, and then like pull a pencil out of like my top. It's like, okay, okay, huh? How do you like? I'm scrambling for the remote and just like shuttling backwards, looking for like, okay, wait, jump, hell of high, okay. Like I go to underline it and it just rips the toilet paper.
The camera's looking at Phoenix like straight on for a second, and Death Blossom appears from behind and like does the one leg over the bench, and plops down.
Hi.
I see you're studying the art.
Yeah, you. Oh, I guess it'd be a stupid question to ask but you've seen this stuff. Like, they're amazing. It's like they're Superman. They can just like fly. Look at that guy. There he goes. Look at that. That's what we should be doing out there, not hitting people with frying pans and cake. Like, real wrestling.
Yes, you're beginning to understand. You see what I have been trying to bring these people. There is so much history to the art form of Lucha Libre. There is power within it, and I am trying to bring some of that to the people here in PWN to show them that there is more to this art of wrestling, that it is not enough to simply have power and strength and muscles. You must have artistry. You must show who you are inside. You must express the self through the science that you bring into the ring.
You also need to be able to jump like 20 feet off of a speaker and like land on a dude. How did he even not kill himself? I gotta see that again. It's amazing. Do you know how to? Go ahead.
No, I think Death Blossom is like kind of looking over her shoulder occasionally to try and make sure that Vampirus is paying attention.
Oh, you can tell that she is, but she's acting like she isn't.
Right.
Like the camera will pan and she's just still like, but like when you talk, the powder puff just stops. And then.
Yes, I think we could bring some of that into the ring.
Totally. This is the thing. Like I've been approaching this all wrong. I've been doing like working on fundamentals and things, and the actual trick of this, the thing that's really gonna catch. I gotta take better notes. Kate, what the hell is that dude's name? The guy that runs all of this.
Alistair McCormick.
Alistair McCormick. See, this is what'll get Mr. McCormick's like attention. It's like this stuff. This gets me my break. I'm telling you. I gotta take this to Vulcan. And I'm like scrambling like pick up tapes.
Yes, I heard you were going to fight with Vulcan again.
Yeah, it's like old times, you know. Ron's gonna give me I helped him. I gave him a leg up, and he's just gonna see. It's like an investment, you know. It's just like I invest in people around here, and then someday they come due, and I get to do things. So that's pretty great for me, honestly.
Vampirus pipes up out of nowhere. Yes, but check your investments that they pay off and don't turn out to be bad. And she's still looking in the mirror.
Oh, okay, Vampirus.
Vampire.
She's weird. Why is she so weird?
You know, I've wondered that myself for many years. I still don't understand. But it's okay to think about the past sometimes, but... and then she turns around and gets louder. You must never become too focused on your history. Sometimes the past is better off dead.
But if you do not know your history, you are doomed to repeat it.
If your history is doing backflips off of a turnbuckle, you should definitely repeat that. It's incredible.
And she Death Blossom leans a little closer to Phoenix and looks directly at Vampirus and says, "It's a good thing I don't make mistakes twice, or make the same mistakes twice."
She just smirks in the mirror, so she's looking at Death Blossom through the mirror. We'll see. And then she just leaves. She swans out with her arms open. Everywhere she goes, she's like.
Sorry, Death Blossom. I gotta go.
Yes, good luck.
No, I mean and I point at the stall. I gotta go. So if you could, I gotta go.
She stands up. Oh, good luck, and walks out.
Phoenix caught in the burning ring of fire.
Oh.
So,
Hot sticks! Hot sticks!
I feel like we were doing something there, but I don't know what move.
I don't know.
Are we breaking kayfabe there? Or are we working
sure,
the
a little
audience?
bit. Yeah, I think you're probably breaking kayfabe more than anything. Yeah, the way we're rolling it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah, because I was talking about wrestling, so.
Yeah.
That's true.
Who the hell do you want us to roll?
That's real.
I know, but am I rolling? Are you rolling?
Oh,
Both.
yeah.
Both of you can roll.
Okay.
Sure.
Screw it.
Totally.
Everybody
love to
roll. Oh, come all the way on.
You ever type Roll20 commands into Discord?
Yep. Done that so many times.
Better yet,
on
into
accident.
Twitch.
Oh, that's even more awkward.
I got a 5.
I'm losing it. I got an 8.
I'm just rolling like hot trash tonight, so please enjoy another botch. This is a gift to you, creative.
I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do with it.
That's the best.
I love the laugh.
The cackle.
Thank you, Jackie.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Don't worry. That will come up. Just wait. The camera opens on the door to the bathroom, and you heard some grunting inside, and then Phoenix walks out.
Thanks.
And there's young Courtney. Phoenix, are you feeling that you can overcome the obstacle of always losing just in this match with Ron? Excuse me, Vulcan?
I certainly just overcame an obstacle. I don't, sorry. and I don't think it's really, it's so much a history of, I've lost a few times, but as I like to say, Phoenix always rises. So
Yeah, but in your history, the only times you've won have been with someone else in a tag team. Do you think this will bring you to a singles victory?
Okay, there was not every. It just we just didn't record those. It's fine. It's hey, they never saw the light of day. It's whatever. But the point of it is yes, Phoenix totally only wins in dark matches.
Totally only wins in dark matches.
The thing. Vulcan is a good friend of mine, and what I want to remind you is that we're a team. See, and he works with me. I enable him to do good things. That's what teamwork. See, the thing about this country that's great is that we all work together to be better people, and that's what our team is. It's where we make each other. It's an improvement thing. It's like multiplication.
Are you worried about choking in the match when you're in the ring?
I'm worried about choking somebody.
Okay then. And then the camera fades and opens on the where am I going? The ring. That's where I'm going. Behind the announcer table are Kimberly Price and Johnny Wong, the most unlikely of duos ever.
Sure. Oh my god.
Well, Kimberly, are you excited for tonight's match?
I'm really excited. Thanks. Whoops, I got the wrong name up. Thanks, the cook. Sorry. That's right, Mr. Johnny. I'm really excited tonight for this amazing match versus shuffling of paper. For the next match that's coming up just now between people.
Yes, the match between Vampirus and Death Blossom looks to be quite fortuitous.
Oh, yes. Those two have quite a fortune. Do they have a lot of money?
And I meant that as the camera pans to the ring, and in the ring are several ladders, and around it you can see ladders, tables, chairs, all stacked around the ring. And in the middle of the ring, high above, suspended from a chain from the ceiling, is a single red rose.
It looks like they haven't cleaned up from setting up the ring this morning, though. They need to. Excuse me. You need to. I'm trying to. Excuse. You need to get the ladders. They can't have a wrestling match in that.
Have you ever heard of a game called Chutes and Ladders?
Oh, I mean, I know about this game. You play it. So you get a bunch of cups, and there's like a ping pong ball, and I like that one a lot. I know that one. Do you know that one, Mr. Johnny?
Called beer pong.
What?
Kimberly whoever shouted Kimberly just waves and smiles emphatically.
Well, it would seem that tonight's match is going to be quite enlightening, if not also to bring this tournament to new heights.
Yes, the lighting rigs in here are very bright. It really helps us see the action.
Show us your tits.
There's actually someone with
Promotion's growing, I see.
Why not? I love this. Go with it. It's great. I love it. And all of a sudden, music starts playing. Again, that darkness with the smoke curling up, and just standing in the middle of the tiny. It's low rent. So we all know what like a big stage looks like with the like screen above it. The screen above it is like maybe a 72-inch screen, maybe.
Oh my god.
If you're lucky. And then the stage is pretty low. It's like maybe like a foot up. So it's not a very big stage. It has a small ramp. And you just see Vampirus standing there like this.
And
again. Oh yeah, go ahead.
And there's the vampire making her dramatic debut here at PWN.
Mm-hmm.
Let it be clear, Fox is aware.
Okay, fair.
Kimberly didn't see her wrestle last week. Wait, did she?
That I don't remember.
I think she did actually. Whatever. I'm sticking with it.
It still fits.
As yeah, it's
So
still
loaded
good.
up on coke.
She makes her way down to the stage, kind of fluttering as she goes. And she makes it to the middle of the ring, and all of a sudden, like, black feathers just fall from the sky. But it's only like one pillowcase worth. So what would be like, what would normally be like 100, pounds of feather. No, it's just like one pillowcase. So
There's some 17-year-old up there in the rafters just like shaking
like,
a pillowcase.
shaking a
with
black
one
pillow.
hand, he's like holding on with the other.
And she just stands in the middle of the ring.
I'm getting college credit for this.
Yeah, the local community college is the staff, the AV staff on this. I've decided.
Yes.
So good.
It's excellent.
Live from Full Sail University.
Yeah. We don't have anything quite that exciting in Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be mean to the one community college we have. That seems unfair. As she stands in the ring, music starts to play.
So instead of the all blackout, I think the lights dim a bit. The cheap fog machines start running from the other entrance. There are vines, like dollar store plastic vines, hanging off of the doorway, and a machete shines in the light and swing cuts through them as Death Blossom steps out and jams the machete into the ground at the entrance. She is holding a plastic bat in one hand, and she's holding a full head of garlic in the other hand. So she's walking down. She holds up the bat as she's walking, throws it on the ground, steps on it, twists her heel on it, and as she walks down, she's peeling an ear of garlic out of the head. She gets to the edge of the ring. She looks at everyone. She gives, like, all of you, like, I see you, and then tears into the garlic and chews it raw, hucks the head of it over her head, swishes it around in her mouth, and then, like, spits it into a little bucket as she gets into the ring. And then she kneels and crosses herself.
Well, that was more wholesome than a Black Sabbath concert.
Sorry, I just got gifted a sub in the chat. So thank you so much, Swordsfall, for
Starsfall's here. Thank you so much, Starsfall. That's awesome.
Super appreciate that. So it kind of caught me a little off guard. So, yes, it really looks like it's going to be a battle of the vampires tonight. Like a regular vampire night. Sorry, I'm off my game too.
Vampire night. You say it's a dark night? I'm sorry. What?
I don't read a lot of novels, sorry.
And then out of the announcer again is like,
Oh god. This poor guy.
this match is a ladders, tables, and chair match, and LTC. You could tell he's actually making that sound himself.
Just blowing out and clipping the mic the whole time. Just eating the microphone as he
just
announces.
like the whole time. The first person to ascend the ladder on the Hook the Rose is the winner.
So I'm going to do a thing. And the problem
Okay.
is I don't have enough of the other resources to make this do what I quite wanted to do. So this is going to get interesting. I have a move
Okay.
called Capitán del Parejas, or Captain of Partners, which lets me spend 2 momentum at the top of any match to add anyone that I have heat with to my side, making a solo match a tag team, etc. Creative chooses who comes out for the other team. In addition, you can spend your momentum to any of your teammates' roles. The only person I have heat with right now, I have 4 heat with the cook, and I have 3 heat with Vampirus, so I can't very well bring her onto my team. I really wanted to bring either Phoenix or Ron into this match, but I have no heat with them. So,
Oh man.
You bring the cook out to be on your team. This is so good.
I guess.
Yeah.
I want to use the move, right? So I think they do the announcement, and Phoenix goes down and scoops up a mic, and declares, "Vampirus, before we start this match, I know you have planned underhand tactics, as is your way. So I have preemptively decided to forge an alliance in darkness. I will bring out a fellow member of the of the darker side of PWN. I am going to bring my best frenemy in PWN into the ring, the Cook."
Okay, so my question for you,
Yes.
Jackie, before we go into this, are you okay doing both parts, or do you want me to have Johnny Long suddenly disappear and someone else is there? Because I'm fine with that too.
I can. If you don't mind switching out Johnny for that.
Yeah.
And I'll just take care of the Cook.
Okay, so all of a sudden the camera pans to the announcer table, and instead of Johnny sitting there is Rory. Out of nowhere. The move just happened. You have no idea how or why.
Rory out of nowhere.
Rory out of nowhere.
Good evening.
Hi! Where'd Mr. Johnny go?
They just had to pull Johnny to film some sort of commercial. I don't know. But
Oh. Good
I'll be
luck,
filling
Johnny.
it in.
Something about nature's dry. We had to do a reshoot. Enough energy in the space in the first one. Gonna do a couple more takes.
So as I understand it, the Cook is coming out to help Death Blossom. And by the rights of tag team matches, that means that Vampirus gets to bring somebody out. Who do you think it's going to be, Kimbo?
Oh, well, I really hope that it's Ron Sterling, because he's kind of the greatest and the best, and I think he's got a good wrestle body that he could wrestle with very goodly. So I hope it's him.
That'd be fascinating, as the Cook and Ron Sterling have quite the, what's the word, feud going.
That's a word that means that they're angry at each other.
Indeed. It's a food feud, so to speak.
I don't get it.
The Cook's music starts playing.
So, coming out of the entrance is the Cook, standing with his chef's jacket over his shoulders. He has his black shorts and with the crisscross frying pans on the back, on the bottom, and then of course his black boots with a fork and a spoon on either end. And he just smiles, and this time he actually has with him instead, he's actually carrying one of those wire racks with wheels, and he's carrying that out. And there's just a lot of wooden cutting boards on there for no reason whatsoever.
And then as he enters, Vampirus walks up to Death Blossom, grabs the mic from her. Oh, I see. You're going to make it interesting then. Well, you're wrestling with your frenemy. Why not I bring out your friend, Phoenix? And then Phoenix's music starts playing.
What?
I imagine Phoenix's music starts playing and Kimberly gets hella pissed off and just walks away.
Yeah.
It should have been Ron.
Where's Ron? I'm gonna go find Ron.
It's quiet for a second, right? And then a nice an older woman, she's in her you can tell late 30s, early 40s, very physically fit, dark short hair that kind of comes down in a bob, sits down next to you and she says, So, Rory, I guess we're working together again.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
This
should be.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
This is Larissa. She is the ex-wife of Alistair.
Oh.
And a former wrestler.
Oh shit.
Oh snap!
Well, it's good to see you again, Larissa. Hopefully, we don't have another thing that leads to you being suspended.
Well, he can certainly try to get rid of me, but as I own a stake in this, I'll never truly go away.
And as you own a stake in this, thank you for consistently employing me. I really appreciate it.
Gotcha, kid. And then we move back, and it's as Phoenix enters.
So just real quick, shout out, thank you to BCat442 for
thank you so much.
Super appreciate that. So somewhere backstage, Phoenix is just like sitting there, and she's got like half a sandwich in her mouth, and she's like watching one of those tapes, and then hears her entrance music, and is like, the hell? And like run, like sprints out to the entrance area, just kind of ramps like, what am I? Like grabs like an intern, where it's like, am I in this match? What's going on? I'm not booked. What? No, what? And like looks out at the ring, as I'm sure like a light comes up on her. It's like, I'll just go. Yeah. Hey everyone. Whoa. That's my.
I don't know that I've seen a wrestler more unprepared than Phoenix is for this match right now.
Yes, it would seem that someone so steady in the business would be ready for anything, but it looks like she wasn't prepared.
She hops up, slides along on the apron underneath the bottom rope, just kind of does the slide and like pops up and just kind of like looks at this ring full of people and just goes, is like pointing at everyone individual, like just as if to say like, wait, who am I wrestling with?
Vampirus just walks up to you and says, "Come now, let us get the rose." And as she's making these gestures, like,
okay. I mean, I'm not one to refuse a lady. Sure.
So because this is a LTC match, I am not going to run it like a normal tag team match because I think it'll be more fun if everybody's in the ring at once.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's my plan.
Okay.
Oh God, what a mess.
And so,
just so you know, Kate,
yes.
Since I'm now working a match with Phoenix,
yeah.
I'm at 4 heat with Phoenix, so that means I gain a +1 on audience. Just so
okay, sweet.
Ooh.
Is anybody else at 4 heat with anybody that? Just remind,
Yeah.
I was
only
just
Ron,
short for Death Blossom. Just short.
So close. So close. Okay, cool. All right. The bell rings. And the match begins.
Okay.
Death Blossom, you start with control. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Rory goes, now that the rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the gray.
Are we going to get a kiss from a rose tonight, Rory? Or
that remains to be seen. Tensions can be rather hot at the top of the ladder.
True. I wonder what will happen between this rivalry that seems to have flamed into the ring.
Whew.
And my favorite, Larissa is sitting uncomfortably close to Rory this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just want you to know.
Jeez. So we have to get the rose to win the match.
Yeah, you have to set up a ladder in the middle of the ring, climb it, and get the rose.
Yeah. So I think Death Blossom like slaps the cook on the back, and it's like, okay, let's go. And she runs and grabs the nearest ladder and plants it down and starts like snapping it up. And while she's doing that, she looks over at Phoenix. It's like, how dare you take her side?
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
Don't lie to me. I know.
Well,
she has poisoned your mind.
I barely know her. But I will always answer the call to a person in trouble. You called in an extra. You called in the cook. How could you call in the cook? He hits people with stuff. You
The
hit
cook
people with
understands
stuff.
that you must do whatever it takes to win the match.
Well, then I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win this match.
I feel like that's something.
Yeah, sure. What do you want it to be? I don't know. I'm not
Game
mad at y'all.
mechanics. It's a conversation. It's an argument. It's an accusation.
It is.
I was gonna say you could. I mean, you could also do breaking.
It could be
I
break
think,
kayfabe.
yeah, because like
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
trying to imply that like she is out of care, like
Yeah.
pissed off, not
Yeah.
just
No,
Yeah.
yeah, go for
Like-
it. Roll
Yeah,
plus
I think
real.
break kayfabe.
like none of this was ever planned, which of course it all was.
Yeah, of course.
But we don't talk about that.
No.
Nah.
This is real. What are you talking
Wrestling
about?
is real.
It's so real.
I think we've both proven that it is more real and definitely not planned. So, at least in this
You know,
arena.
I think for this game, I need to start bringing my actual frying pans with me.
Yeah, just have them up.
Yeah, just have them like equipable. It's just like, here's a frying pan.
So I blur the line, I get 2 momentum, and creative books me in a punitive match. The revelation loses you -1 heat with someone, or you lose someone's support backstage. I want I want a punitive match with Phoenix.
I love it. Okay, I'll write it down. I'll put it in my notes.
You know
I
what?
love it.
Actually, I'm gonna scrap. I'm gonna do that thing. It's like, you know what? They can't hear me out there. Give me this. You know what I think, Death Blossom? Calling out your little crony over here as I jab a finger at the cook.
It's amazing she managed to turn it on this time.
Forgot about that bit from last time.
So that's the thing.
Oh,
It's actually
is that what she does?
So I thought about that, but I was like, well, Death Blossom was just talking into it, so it has to still be on. But if it's funnier that it turned off between the two of us, I could go for that.
No, I like it. I like this is funnier.
So it's much like how only when I'm working with other people, the microphone only works when I snatch it out of someone else's hands. You know what? You know what I think with you, with your little crony over here, Death Blossom? I think you are a coward.
Oh, what are you doing? Are you?
What
are
do
you?
You think, people? Huh? What do you?
Yeah,
what
work
do you think
them.
this?
Work it.
Work the audience.
This
girl,
is your
work it.
hero, huh? Some guy that beans people on the head with metal pans, and then comes at the beck and call of this nightmare in a mask who can't even fight her own battles.
Oh, I like it. Okay, work that audience.
Yay! I'm gonna roll plus
Ooh.
audience.
At least you have two.
I do. I actually might make this roll.
Phoenix
Hold on.
is screaming and she's climbing the ladder and like stops and like, you!
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah,
so extra.
totally. I rolled a 10.
Hey!
Nice.
All right.
So I gain. Let's see. When you did it on 10 plus, you.
Gain 2 momentum.
I guess gain 2 momentum.
Mhm.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. And then I again I drop down off of the ladder and just like kind of don't know what to do with the microphone. Very gingerly place it on the, just very carefully.
Vampirus
on the
just kicks it off the stage with her stiletto.
mat. Thank you so much, Bunny, woo, for
Ooh.
doing the thing that I'm trying to run
Thank
3
you for
different
the
things at the
follow.
moment.
No,
Follow.
I'll watch it. I can keep an eye on it
My
while I'm
brain
doing
is-
what I'm doing. You're good. Just do the match. Thank you so much for the follow, Bunny. You're the best. All right. What are you doing to start this match, Death Blossom?
So I had to
Ring the
I
bell.
was
Oh, I did already.
Oh, did
Do it
you?
again. I'll do it again. Here. So
Twice.
this is
Oh, match is over. Okay, draw by default.
All right,
Um,
time to go back.
So Death Blossom was trying to set the chair up, and then, the ladder. But I think at
Mhm.
this point she's gotten so pissed off that she's like climbed down the ladder, and has forgotten that that's the way to win the match. She storms over to now that Phoenix has called her out. I think she storms over to feel like Phoenix and like locks up and goes for like tries to like get a submission or just at least like a little supremacy.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Roll that. Roll that move.
I think that's a feat of strength.
Sure.
But she's not like she's trying to show that she's strong, but she's not She's very
Yeah.
technical, but she's not actually that.
Triskel,
Tough.
IJM, Triskel JM, thank you for joining the party. Thank you so much. We're so glad you're here.
Bunch of follows
Love you.
today. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Welcome.
That's a botch.
Oh, that's because Swordsfall shouted us out on Twitter. Thanks,
Hey.
Swordsfall.
Thank you so much.
You're the best.
Look at that.
We are using the Worldwide Wrestling RPG set.
And we're banned on Twitch, so that's why we gotta get that word of mouth going. We gotta get people out there wearing T-shirts, cause we're too hot for Twitch, baby.
All right.
So what happens when I botch on a feat of strength is that I injure myself.
Oh no.
shit.
Which is
Okay.
great. So I think like Death Blossom is like maybe a little. She's experiencing maybe a bit of bleed. I don't know. So she goes in for the grab, and she's like trying to lock with Phoenix,
wait.
and maybe Phoenix is defending herself really well.
Well, so what I will say, just real quick on a rules thing, is if you're actually going to wrestle, that's the wrestling move, not feat of strength,
Yeah.
which has a different result.
Oh, true.
Yeah, feat of strength is more like, I'm gonna go pull a car
Right, or
to
like,
show how buff
know.
I am.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just power.
Oh, you can still, so you
with
can still roll
wrestling?
plus like if you still wanted to use that roll, you could still
Yeah,
use
let's call
plus
it that
power.
because
Yeah,
yeah,
that works for me. If you-
at
yeah.
legit risk, I think, because she's doing
Yeah.
it like a little unsafely.
Sure, that sounds great.
So on a botch, you get countered. You give 1 momentum to your opponent. They
Ooh.
immediately gain control of the match. So you get a momentum. Phoenix.
You lose a momentum. Do you have a
And-
momentum to lose?
I do. I have 4,
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm going down to
Wow,
3.
jeez. I go up to 3.
Yeah.
I have so much momentum.
And you now have control.
Yeah.
I want to know what the chef and is doing right now, since you are on the team that's in charge. Because we gotta make sure we're doing
Right.
both.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the cook, what he's gonna actually start doing is since he's seeing Death Blossom trying to suppress Phoenix, not do so good job, and this is the one moment where he has to make a decision of whether he wants to actually get the rose and win the match, or deal with Phoenix now. And he's just like, and he kind of just like hops down from the ladder, grabs one of the cutting boards from the wire rack, and then like literally hits Phoenix from the back.
Woo!
Okay. Well, so I have
Make
a weird,
your move. Make your move. Yeah.
I have a weird temporal question here. Then, do I still counter what Death Blossom was doing to me? Then?
Yeah, you're
or-
gonna counter, and then he's got to make a roll, and we'll see how this turns out, and it'll make the sequence.
Okay. Got it.
Right. So
Got
the
it.
question
Like,
is, am I
we
doing
get
a
thrown.
hardcore violence move, or am I just doing a regular wrestling move?
That's up to you. Are you going for violence, or are you going for regular
No,
wrestling?
not really. So
Okay,
I'm
then
gonna
regular
go-
wrestling.
So it's gonna be regular wrestling. It's probably gonna be a look because it's definitely something that demonstrates my gimmick.
Fair. Hey, Goldheart Gaming, thanks so much for the follow. We love you very
All right.
much.
I did get a 7, so it does hit pretty well. For the moment, I'll let Phoenix retain control of the rest of that moment. So, and I'll gain my momentum for that.
Okay, cool. All right. So, Phoenix, what are you doing to counter?
So we're kind of like in a test of strength kind of thing where you're like trying to
Mhm.
force me down, and I think like for a second it kind of starts to work, and I'm like forced down to into like this crouching position as you're domineering like over me like rah, and I just like slide my feet forward because you've got your legs in a really wide stance, and I like slide through and under your legs, and as I'm coming around the other side, I like not quite kip up but roll back onto my shoulders so I can like plant both of my boots in your ass to like kick you forward. So I've got like on whoop underneath and just boom. I guess Cook, you were trying to like hit me with a cutting board or something? I'm
Okay, so
sorry.
what happens is you do that move and you pop up, and the cook just comes at you from behind with a cutting board, whaps you across the back.
Oh jeez.
You recover,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and then what are you doing? Vampirus is climbing the ladder at this moment.
That's good, just keep doing the thing. Vampires don't mind me a little bit. So yeah, like I get like splattered then by this this illegal weapon that is very mean and very rude, and I go down to the floor. I'm like writhing with my hand on my back like
Vampire sees this and she will come down off and go to assist.
I was just gonna say, like, if you wanted to, because the way this works is I'm sort of in control of like what happens, but it doesn't necessarily have to be my character.
Exactly.
Because I was just thinking then, like, what the cook then does is just walk over and just as Vampirus is climbing up, just kicks the ladder and it just like booms close.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's so good.
And like she goes like the whole ladder, Vampirus and all, just goes boom into the ring.
She just crashes to the ground.
Yeah.
Sure. Roll a work. Roll plus work.
Sure.
The cook is out here dealing some devastating blows. He is creating quite a row.
Why do you make me laugh before I'm supposed to talk? God damn it. Every time. Every time. How dare you? Yes, I wonder how Phoenix will handle the pressure of having to choose between fighting for an enemy and fighting against her friend or throwing the match.
Death Blossom certainly has a lot to think about. Ex-partner, frenemy, and Phoenix. It is a smorgasbord of talent in the ring right now.
So true, Rory. And she just sits and she puts her hand on your shoulder.
So I rolled a 9.
Okay.
I'm going to elect to take 1 momentum and give my opponent control, in this case the cook, of the current match. So control passes to them. I'm writhing on the ground, grabbing my back, going, it hurts so bad to get hit by a cutting board. And the ladder, of course, with Vampirus on it, slams to the floor, and Vampirus is like, knocked to the mat.
Yep. Right.
What's everybody doing, Cook?
Okay, so Cook's gonna is gonna just briefly go look over at Phoenix, and he says, "I can't have you quitting out yet. We still got another match. I can't clip your wings right now."
Ow, my back! It hurts so bad.
Can't fry your wings right now? Is that what you meant to say? Fry your wings?
What most the cook is gonna again set up the ladder again, prop it up, and start climbing it up, and he's really just trying to, at this point, just like, why am I here?
Hard same, buddy.
What are you having everyone else do?
What I'm gonna have everyone else do, so I can see where I figure that with Death Blossom still kind of recovering from that earlier counter from Phoenix, I feel like Death Blossom's still kind of gonna want to kind of wrangle with Phoenix for a little bit longer, just because it's like there's an opportunity, and not gonna waste it. And Vampirus is just like gonna have to figure out. I think Vampirus is just gonna go, ooh, Death Blossom's not paying attention.
Sounds
There's
good.
an opportunity.
All right, so roll plus work. Thank you so much, Marshmallow Rampage, for the follow. Thank you so much. We love you.
Okay, I got a 7.
Okay, well, that is a hit.
That is
so,
a hit.
Are you retaining control, or are you?
I'm gonna pass it along. So, I'll pass it back. I guess does it count that I pass it back to Simon for this control?
Yeah, because we're on the same team.
It's got to be opponent. You got to pass it back to Phoenix or Vampirus. I would suggest.
I'm gonna pass it to Vampirus then.
Okay, Vampirus. All right,
see what Vampirus does with this opportunity.
That's good.
Right there.
That's good.
Okay, so you roll Vampirus off of the ladder, start setting it up, start climbing it. As Death Blossom goes to, and what are you doing, Death Blossom, as you go to attack Phoenix?
Well, I think I'm just gonna do the like trademark like brawl, kind of like bam, 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 like maybe a couple of swings that Phoenix has seen this happen a bunch of times, so she can duck around it, and then I think as like they get to the ropes, like Death Blossom's like, all right, you know what I'm doing. I'm gonna do something you're not expecting. She's gonna run backwards to the rope, and then start climbing it to try and do one of the high flying moves that Phoenix is like, these are so cool. And as she's climbing up, and she's like, You wanna turn your back on me after I've offered you the power of Lucha Libre? I'll show it to you firsthand.
So good. Okay. As Vampirus stands up, shakes herself off, kind of looks to the crowd with her arm out, and then she points at Death Blossom as she just pushes the ladder over as it tumbles off. You don't like fall, just pushes it over. And then she puts her eyes on you and she watches. Roll plus work.
Okay. Work.
Work.
Ooh, I'm gonna spend some momentum.
Oh, okay. Is it bad?
It's bad.
Okay, I don't know what it was. Okay.
I don't want it to be.
You gotta spend that one momentum to get you to a
spend
7.
my one momentum and keep my.
You know what?
Got a mountain of momentum.
I'm an announcer right now, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm gonna push you over. If you spend that 1 minute, I'm gonna push you up to a
10?
complete success, to a 10. Yeah.
Ooh.
And Alersa goes, look at Death Blossom standing there, showing off how great Lucha Libre actually is. It is an art, a style, a perfection, and Death Blossom is one of the best.
She's certainly shining some daylight upon the Vampirus.
So on a 10, I hit it. Whatever I'm about to do,
Yeah.
great. I retain control and pick 1, gain 2 momentum.
So you're gonna gain control out of this, but yeah.
Yeah, or +1 heat with your opponent. I'm gonna take +1 heat with my opponent.
Okay.
Does that give me both heat with both Phoenix and Vampirus?
Yes.
Sweet.
Dude.
That makes sense to me because it's a tag team match.
Yeah.
I would do that for anybody if that's
Oh,
what.
yeah.
just so you know.
Yeah.
I
That's
gotta remember I
a-
could
that's-
spend momentum to get heat with people too. Gotta remember that.
And then, this is gonna get me +1 audience at the end of this match, because I have 4 heat with Vampirus now,
Nice.
which is sweet. So, so we're doing this whole sequence, and the move, I think. So what happens? She gets up there. Phoenix is down below. Vampirus is also down below.
Yeah, she's just
Yeah.
pushed it over.
She's
She's kind of
watching.
standing.
I'm probably
there.
like really.
Yeah.
You probably like pop me like really good one time. And I'm like, oh.
Right.
I'm like selling that I'm all stumbly and oh no.
Who do I want to smack though? That's the question. I think she's gonna go for Vampirus because I think
Perfect.
that's where the audience is going.
Oh, so you're like pointing at me and then you like turn and whoop.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Like, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hit the person you decided to tag up with. So it's gonna be work that I'm gonna try and hit. And what I want to do is like, she gets up on the rope. She stands there. She like throws her arms out in this like, come to me, audience.
Are you working the audience while you do this?
Yeah,
This is
she
quite
gets
okay.
up
I like
and she's like crowing for people
I love it.
to come up. And she's like,
Roll that plus audience.
Vampirus, where once you and I fought together, now I will show you what I have learned in the time that we have been apart. I am stronger without you. As all these people can see, they will see the power of Death Blossom. So I have to roll plus my audience.
Wait for it.
Survey says
Ding.
it's a 5.
Not on the board. Sorry. 2 more strikes. You retain control.
Yeah, they're just not feeling it.
Yeah, they're just like,
Yeah, like show us your
Show us
tits
your
again.
Show us your yeah.
One guy again with
Show
the
us your
sign.
tits.
And Death Blossom trying to take the advantage and make the audience support her, but it doesn't seem like it's working, Rory.
No, she seems to have fallen flat on that one. Perhaps that she should get into a closer embrace with Vampirus.
And she looks at, she sees that nobody's into it, and she points at the rest of the audience and says, I can see that my talents are wasted on such fools as you.
Oh,
You with
GP.
your small brains cannot understand what true art, what true wrestling is.
as Death Blossom pulls some cheap heat and gets a +1 momentum.
That's right.
Nice. Well done.
Right. And so
Thank you so much, Gift Nova and SPEX01 for joining and following. We love you very, very much. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay.
And this one's just for you then. So she's she gets up on the rope. She's like done the thing. She crosses herself again, and then she goes for a dive onto Vampirus.
Okay. As she does this dive, it knocks Vampirus back into the cook, and you are all in a heap on the ground.
It's a drop kick.
Drop kick into. Oh, sorry, drop kick into. Yeah. Into. Okay.
What a missile drop kick there by Death Blossom as she takes down Vampirus into the cook. Little friendly fire there, but.
Yeah. No. Go ahead.
Little friendly fire, but I think it was a wise decision.
Death Blossom is a technician. She has always been this way in the ring, and I just am impressed by her continued growth in this sport.
Yeah, she is certainly giving me a continued growth.
With that out of the way, Death Blossom goes to sit the table back up, and she's like, "Cook, cover me!" And she starts scrambling up the ladder to get to the rose.
Oh yeah, and so,
I want you to roll plus work for this, just so I know what's going on. But yeah, what is the cook doing?
Cook's gonna be like, "Think it's time I brought out the sous chef."
Thank you so much, Sophia Alzarla, for joining the party. Thank you so much for the follow. We're so excited you're here with us in the middle of wrestling. Holy cow!
We're so excited, and also I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for us.
What is the sous chef? I just want to know.
It's one of the interns just coming in with like an apron. It says sous chef on it. By the way, because of the low budget, it can't. It's not even embroidered or anything. It's literally just duct tape with like
sous chef.
Marker. Yes,
it's like Sharpied on there.
Yes, it's Sharpied on it.
I love it so much. It's not even. It's like kind of a dirty jacket too. You could tell it's like one of the chefs, the cook's old ones. That you would wrestle in, yeah.
Yep. And he comes in and he's actually carrying a giant wooden bowl of salad.
Gotta get that brand deal in there.
Gotta get that brand deal in there.
And pouring the cook's own dressing on top of it as they walk out.
It, like fervorously, and he like just like plops it into the ring. He's like. And then he kind of rolls over to it and then grabs the salad and then like just tosses it right into Vampirus's face.
Toss salad! Toss salad! Toss salad!
Okay, what was your roll?
I'm gonna make this into.
No, this was a roll. Yeah, but okay, what are you making this into? This is a roll for Death Blossom because she's controlling the match. But what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to like build. I'm trying to work it with Vampirus to try to make this into something just like extra special, because like especially since the cook set up that nice little dinner last episode.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good.
So, like it's just only appropriate. It's like your salad's been revoked.
Okay, so what was your roll?
I had a 9.
Okay.
To wrestle.
To wrestle. Okay, so are you handing off control?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand off control.
Okay, so what happens is you're setting up the table. The cook takes this salad and just tosses it at Vampirus' face, and she just goes flailing around the entire ring, flailing into Death Blossom and kind of stumbling her over. And the cook is watching all of this happen as Phoenix sets up a ladder in the middle of the ring and just starts climbing it. So you have a choice. You can win this match against your friend.
Wait, I have this choice.
Yes, you have this choice because you botched earlier today. You can give up your ideals of a fair fight and win this match, or you can throw it for a friend.
All right, so So the current status is that Vampirus is blinded by salad.
Yep.
This is my
Flailing
favorite
around
game
the
on
ring.
the planet because I got to say that sentence. Death Blossom is what's Death Blossom's status here exactly?
Death Blossom has been knocked into the table that she was setting up by Vampirus.
And
this is flailing of salad.
Okay.
And the cook is.
And the cook's just hanging out.
Well, the cook is there paying attention to that because he's just thrown the salad. Probably yelling at Vampirus, "Your greens have been revoked," or whatever. I don't know.
Then I think when I get like 2 steps up the ladder then, and then Phoenix kind of like looks back at this scene and says, "Oh, speaking of Phoenix, thank you, Ebony Phoenix, for the follow."
Woo, thank you.
Gets 2 steps up, looks back at this like nightmare, looks up at the rose, and like kind of like puts her hands on the next on the next step up, and then like crouches down and like does a moonsault off of the ladder onto Death Blossom onto the table. Just
Hey.
Nice.
All
show
right.
you what Lucha Libre is.
And it hits. And you are all, the cook now has a chance to run up that ladder.
Oh. Yeah, he'll run up the ladder. Cook's gonna run up the ladder and take the win.
I would like to intervene as Vulcan.
Oh my god!
Yes. Yes.
Okay, here we go. What am I playing for this? What music am I playing?
Play the new music.
Okay.
So Vulcan, in true Ultimate Warrior fashion, comes sprinting down the ramp. He's got face paint in a V that's red, white, and yellow. And he's shirtless, but has little straps on his biceps that have like little dangling tassels. He runs into the ring, climbs up onto the turnbuckle, and jumps from the turnbuckle to the opposite side of the ladder that the cook is climbing up. Gonna punch him a couple times and then do a neck breaker off the ladder to stop him from winning the match.
Okay, I like it. What do you roll something for a run in? I'm trying to get.
You roll
back
plus
to
heat
speed.
with the character you're coming after.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's gonna be a lot.
Gotta be at least a +4. Because...
Yeah, you have a +4, right? Yeah.
Yep. I have +4 heat with the cook.
At the entryway to the ring, like a moment or two behind Vulcan coming in, it's just Kimberly's like, "I found him! Go run!"
Yes.
Rory has been so squicked out by Larissa that he's decided to take a bathroom break. And Larissa's just like, and a Vulcan out of nowhere. Wow, that was a surprise and unexpected.
So I just rolled the highest number that we've rolled in the game yet.
Oh my god.
With a 14.
Good job.
Big money.
I don't think you can
Vegas,
gain,
baby.
can you gain more feet.
No, I don't think you can. I don't know.
No, once you hit 4 heat, like that's where it tops out.
Yeah.
I believe. I'd have to double check the rules.
I think it tops out at 4.
Yeah.
So you can't get heat, but you do get to pick one of those 3. What are you picking?
Where is the run out stuff?
You can attack them in the ring, resulting in their opponent getting DQ'd. They win the match. Your interference doesn't change the result of the match, but creative books the 2 of you in a match later in this episode, which you already
Yeah.
have.
Or your interference doesn't change the result of the match, but their opponent comes after you for interfering in their business.
I'll do the third one.
Okay.
We'll just add to this match that's coming up.
That's
so
good, actually.
I just absolutely take down the cook and like decimate him to the point where he can't continue in the match.
Okay, so this is happening. Phoenix and Death Blossom are tangled up on this table from this giant what moonsault, is that what you did?
Moonsault, yeah.
Moonsault, yeah, moonsault.
I backflipped and splashed onto them with my body,
Vampirus
breaking the table.
Beautiful.
Wiping salad out of her face. Sets up the ladder, climbs up it, gets just to the top, grabs the rose, pulls it off, and sticks it between her teeth. And winner, Vampires and Phoenix! And listeners just sitting there, that was unexpected. I thought that Death Blossom and the cook had it in the bag, but Vulcan out of nowhere changed the whole thing.
Kimberly runs up and like grabs the microphone. Like, yeah, that's Ron. Ron, you got him. Get him, Ron. You won the match.
And as where I am, as Vampiris' music plays, she helps Phoenix up off of the table, puts an arm around her shoulders, and says, "See, they don't treat you the way they should. I will."
I think I kind of push her away, actually, as she like goes to like try and like don't you even no. It's and I go over to where Death Blossom is. I reach down, pick up that microphone I had from before.
She's like writhing on the ground.
You want to show me what a high flyer looks like? You'll never fly as high as the Phoenix. Because cheaters never prosper. And she like goes like this and then like again stops herself very carefully, puts the microphone down. And I would like to spend 2 momentum to gain +1 heat for standing up for something I believe in.
I love it.
It's the babyface move.
I love it. I love it so much.
Burn 2
so you're getting a heat with Death Blossom?
With Death Blossom, putting me at +3 heat with her. Yes.
As the winners walk out of the ring, and Death Blossom and the cook manage to pick themselves up, and Vulcan has already disappeared into the crowd somewhere. Who knows? Maybe we'll see him later. We are going to head to break. We will be back very, very shortly, I promise. We just need to get some water and do a little bathroom rest stop. But we'll be back. Stay here with us. We can't wait to see you. And we want to do a huge shout out to Roll20, our sponsor. They're awesome. And we use all the music that I'm running today through this is all run through Roll20 to keep those... I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Sounds.
Anyway, we're running all the music sounds.
Yes.
The sounds. Thank you. They keep those sounds going. So go check them out. And we will be back after a few short messages.
It's going to keep popping off.
With us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a $1 or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits or a tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent, and every 1000 bits or tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
everybody. Welcome back. We're so glad you gave us a bit of a time to go take care of a few necessaries. And now we are back into the action. And we come up on the ring with Death Blossom in the middle of it as she is rising from her position on the floor.
Yeah, so Death Blossom climbs up. She's kind of like hazy, and she hears the bell, and she freezes, and she walks over to the ref, and she says, "Did they win? They won? No. You can't let them win. You can't let them win. You saw Vulcan. He came out. He was not supposed to be in here. I had sanctioned this tag team match. He cannot interfere. You must disqualify him."
The ref's just like,
I don't know. She's like,
Like, you know, the ref is like that. Remember that teenage boy kind of like,
Right.
yeah.
She's like, they send a child to do a man's job. You are useless to me, worthless. And she shoves him
Ooh.
backwards against the ropes. So I want to gain, and then she whips around, and she says, "You peasants refuse to understand lucha libre. You do not see what blooms inside of me. I will show all of you. And if you wish so hard to support the Ron Steerling, whether he goes as the Prince of Fab, fopping around the ring, or as Vulcan with his trying to bring back the past, I don't care what name he chooses to use. I will show you that your prince will be dethroned by any means possible." And she steps out of the ring.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to gain heat.
Okay.
So my move for my role is Rudo. When you do something to save yourself at the expense of another in the ring or show disrespect for an authority figure or teammate, spend 2 momentum and pick 1, gain +1 heat with your opponent, cause a legit injury, or win the match regardless of booking. So I didn't do the second 2.
Yeah.
But I do want to gain a heat with my opponents.
Okay.
So I guess technically that's Phoenix, Vampirus, and Vulcan?
Yep. I would say that would
Flush
work
Rock.
for me. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And you hear from the audience, right? And then the one guy in the back, show your tits, like the same guy. As Death
Yeah, she
Blossom
storms off.
storms out of the ring. We move to backstage as Phoenix is standing in front of a badly constructed fake fireplace, holding a log that on it says "Flame Out Fire Log."
God. Are we gonna get the commercial music for this, or?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay. She just fire log. Are you sure? Where are we getting these flame out fire logs? You know, when I need to start a fire in the ring, I use my explosive personality. But when you need to start a fire in your home, flame out fire logs. They'll burn longer and last better than the #1 leading brand on the market of fire log. Flame out fire log. Light it up.
No. Try this. And Vulcan walks right next to Phoenix. Flame out fire log. We'll bring the heat.
We'll bring the heat.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Then you see someone up off screen go, and scene, and then
But this isn't my thing.
and then it just like cuts out. And then
weird feeling that all the sponsorships are literally just stuff we find from the abandoned Walmart.
Probably they're all the stuff that Kate. They're all the stuff that Kate's like, okay, I want it to be like something real, but not something real. So what can we do? And then
The realist, truly.
And then we head to the locker room where Phoenix is there as Death Blossom returns.
You probably should give me a heads up, or I guess, I don't know, whoever made that call out there, if they could just let me know what matches I'm booked in, that'd make it a lot easier so that I'm not, heads up. Still appreciate just like a communication line.
It doesn't matter what bookings have been established.
Okay.
Vampirus breaks all of the rules to get what she wants.
I mean, so did you. You just turned a regular match, I guess regular match with tables and chairs in it, into a match with like 2 other people. You break the rules too. You break the rules all the time, Death Blossom. Where did you get off your high horse? You should be on a top rope, not a high horse. That is so good. I should really use that. You got a pen?
it's great, which is exactly the thing I want to get across. It's like, yes, of course she breaks the rules too. So she slams her fist into a locker, leaving a dent. She's like, it's different. It's not the. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not the first time somebody's dented my locker.
That's your locker?
Yeah, assuming the door still works.
I'm sorry. When my emotions get the better of me, I often hurt and break a lot of things that belong to people that I care about.
I get that. I mean, I just, I had to show you that, like, I'm also, I can do the high flying stuff. I broke a table to do that. So, like, I totally get it, like, we're like the same in that way. Except I'm not a, cheating psychopath. But besides that.
She cracks her neck. She says, perhaps soon we can settle things between us. But don't let it get to your head, Phoenix.
I will rise above.
We'll see if you fly too close to the sun.
Doesn't matter if you fly close to the sun if you're made out of fire.
She says, whatever you do, just don't let her control you or your mind.
Control my mind? What is she's like? She's got like hypnotism. She's got a mind. Can she mind control people? Can she mind control people?
Perhaps, but she is something more dangerous. A manipulative lover. And there is no amount of hypnotism or magic that can make up for the strength of someone who wants to break your heart.
I'm afraid I wouldn't know anything about that. Excuse me, I gotta get into my locker.
And it closes on that.
Yeah, she walks out, and the echoing down the halls is like, see that you don't.
Yeah, I like it because I love that Death Blossom always has to have the last word.
Yeah. I'm trying to break some kayfabe to reveal some of that.
I love it. Do that. Roll that beautiful, beautiful action.
I got a 7.
Well,
blurring that line. I gained 2 momentum, and I think I lose Phoenix's support if I didn't already lose it before.
No, you haven't fully lost it, so I think so, yeah.
I think it's
no,
like she's up here, she's down here, she's my friend, she's not my friend.
You make no sense. Like, it's just like, what?
I don't know what your gimmick is.
Are you trying to make another tag team? Are you trying to, like, beat me up? Do you want to make out? What is happening? Don't understand.
I don't know. And then
somewhere there's like a D, all the above.
It's just Phoenix looking at her locker going, women are crazy.
And then we move to the cook and Courtney, as you've all met this week. And she's like, so Cook, now that you've been called into another match, are you feeling tired for the next one that you have up against the Vulcan and Phoenix, the birds of prey? Along with your partner, Carmela Davis?
No, I am fully prepared. I've been able to endure long hours. After all, I am a cook.
Oh, right. And what dish will you be serving tonight?
Well, I was scrambled in that previous match, but I hope to make a souffle out of this next one.
Sounds great. And then she smiles and the camera holds a little bit too long. And then it fades out. And then we get the ring noise behind this as it's like, and welcome to the main event the tag team match sponsored by Jamison's Meat. And then there's Meat Sticks. And then there's that same commercial that Ron did before, Ron Steerling, standing in the locker room.
Jemison Meat Sticks. It's what I eat.
And then it goes back to the ring, and you can see the ring is just set up normally. The ladders and chairs and tables have all been cleared away, and behind the announcer desk are Ramiro and Larissa is sitting there as well. It doesn't look like she's moved very much, and she seems to be like just filing her nails.
Ramiro like gets settled in his chair, undoes one of his buttons. Well, by God, my blood is pumping after that last match. Just an incredible adrenaline-fueled spectacle. I was watching from behind the scenes, and I tell you, it took about 6 towels to wipe all the sweat off of my forehead because there was no way of knowing what exactly was going to happen every twist and turn. It's some of the incredible quality of wrestling you're going to see here on PWN Presents Slaughter.
I really thought that Death Blossom had it in the bag there, Ramiro, but it looks like her magic failed to get her where she needed to be at the last minute.
Yeah, really was uprooted by Vampirus and Phoenix, bringing Phoenix out at the top of the match. Really a low blow to Death Blossom's ego, and the surprise appearance by Vulcan, I think, shocked everybody. But we'll see if he can forge a better alliance here between him and Phoenix as they square up against the Cook and Carmella Davis here in the ring.
And then, let me get to the right spot. All right. And then the Birds of Prey entrance music.
So Vulcan comes out first and slides to his knees on the stage and does this.
By God, I haven't seen the trademark Vulcan wings in years. It's been so long since we've seen a wrestler of this character and caliber, and boy howdy does it give me real bees and butterflies in my stomach to see this this whole thing come back. What do you think, Larissa?
I never thought that I would see a history happen, and with the return of the Birds of Prey, it's going to be a great match tonight, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
As Vulcan's like, he does the slide out, and there's like, we hold there a little like longer, just like, hey look, it's Vulcan, and then Phoenix kind of comes out and it's just like while he's down there, she like stands up behind him and also does the bird pose, just like holding her arms like behind him as if rising to the sky.
I love it. Well done.
There it is, the synchronized rising of Phoenix and Vulcan, and though we haven't seen these two together on the same side in quite some time, it's really going to be something tonight to see these two put away some differences, bring back the old glory, and see what kind of history can be made tonight once again.
I'm feeling a little emotional, Ramiro. I can't deny it. Just seeing them back together in the ring, it brings back all those good memories. As you make your way to the ring, are you doing anything fancy on your way to the ring?
No, we'll just kind of play up the crowd as we go down. When we get in the ring, we are going to do like a handshake that we used to do back in the day. Okay. That's kind of like over the top.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's like one hand and then the other, and then that one comes back around on top, and it's just like it goes up.
Yeah.
And then we like raise each other's hands or something like.
Yeah. I like it.
I dig it.
Dumb wrestler shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, and you can both roll a work the audience for that if you wish.
Sure.
It's up to you.
Oh man.
Bad.
I botched.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what number that is. I botched.
I got an 8.
Well,
I'm gonna go over on Phoenix's botch.
Oh, I like it. I
right
like
at the top here.
Thank you.
Do the thing.
I'm feeling it. boy, there's nothing like seeing something nostalgic like this. And I got to tell you, even though Phoenix has had some struggles getting the crowd to appreciate her solo career, there's no denying that underneath that burned out exterior, that there is still an ember that's burning at her core. And hopefully this match with Vulcan will bring it back so that she can blaze the way that her trail through the rest of the ranks, the way that I think we all know that she can deep down.
It should be like, and I agree, Maria. I cannot wait to see Phoenix rise from those ashes.
I will choose to take +1 momentum for my 7 to 9.
What are you doing? On? Oh,
I'm gonna take momentum.
Okay, awesome. And then the music starts as the cook enters. By yourself. You're entering by yourself,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Yeah, I'm entering by myself. So okay, so the cook's gonna enter in for a moment, and he's gonna have his jacket on and everything. And for this moment, he's gonna carry out with his signature cast iron fry pan, and he looks over at Vulcan and Phoenix, and he kind of looks and he says to them, "Tonight, your goose is cooked."
Does he just take a goose and throw it on the stage? Because I just want that to happen so bad.
Yeah, yes, totally.
Ah.
He actually
Big ol'
takes like a rubber goose and whacks it with the frying pan and flies it straight into the ring.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Phoenix recoils slightly, assuming it was real, and they just
So I'm assuming that's gonna be work the audience.
Ramiro there. Oh yeah, work the audience.
I got a 10, so
Nice.
I get 2 momentum.
Ramiro, I know that the cook might be tired from that last battle, but I feel like he's got it in for Vulcan, and I don't foresee this ending well for Vulcan and Phoenix.
No, I think both of them are about to be tarred and feathered at the end of this match.
And then as you make it to the ring, Carmela Davis's music starts playing. And no one enters. It's just kind of quiet. And you're like, what's going on? And people are like, and then all of a sudden, everyone's looking around. You're like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden you hear like a scratch in the back. In the back as the the record is changed. And all of a sudden, this music starts.
Well, there was the Carmela Davis's trademark entrance music, but something seems to be wrong, and I'm trying to get somebody from production on the horn to see what's going on, but we've got something completely different. Nobody really knows what's going on here. Could we be seeing the entrance, by God, of a new personality?
No, it's Diesel. as Diesel steps out with the smoke billowing up, this large, strong woman as she just walks down to the ring looking at the cook.
Ramiro slams his fist on the table. The mics jump up. By God, it's not Carmela Davis at all. It's Diesel, and she's back. She's ready to throw fuel on the fire.
Diesel is one tough competitor. I fought with her quite a bit back in my day, and I will tell you, I would not want to be Vulcan or Phoenix in this moment.
Phoenix is like at the ropes, very incredulously, like looking around, like, what? Does nobody? Does nobody ever? Oh, okay, but seriously though, do we ever just book matches anymore? Is this not just? It's just whoever fights whoever? Hey, Ramiro, I can get over to the turnbuckle. Ramiro, would you like to just come up and fight in the match? Because apparently it's anybody can do whatever they want. Night. Sir.
And Larissa just pushes you back, like, you know that's not good for your knees.
Well,
Yeah.
it takes one to know one, I guess, Larissa.
Yeah.
The ring takes a toll on all of us.
You, sir, gentleman in the back who's entirely too interested in our chests. Would
Show
you
me
like
your
to?
tits!
Yeah, you. Thank you. Perfect. Would you like to come in here and wrestle? Because honestly,
Phoenix, hand me the mic.
and I hand Vulcan the microphone.
Listen here, Cook. Why don't you save all these people a lot of time and energy and just turn back now? You don't belong in the same ring as Phoenix and I. You may think that you've cooked the boiled goose, but we're the goddamn birds of prey. And since Diesel has decided to come out here, I have a proposition. Fatal 4-way title match here and now.
Cut that promo, baby. Oh God, I want you to roll so high on this. Oh my God, I want it so bad.
Well, I will say, if you've got the momentum, you could potentially add a stipulation to the match if you use the babyface roll move too.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That adds to when you stand
yes,
for something you believe in, spend 2 momentum and pick one of the following.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Perfect. What are the stipulations?
In this case, turning it into a fatal
Yeah,
four-way.
Yeah,
Okay,
it would be turning it
perfect.
into a fatal 4-way. Yeah.
I will use the momentum to do that. I got a 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You did the thing.
My God, I tell you, Ron Sterling is fantastic and all, but God damn if it isn't good to see Vulcan's signature fire and flame back in the ring here right now, bringing back some of that incredible energy and curiosity that I think we've all been sorely lacking, and it's got my hackles all up again.
I didn't think this could happen. I thought that it was Phoenix and Vulcan back together again, and it looks like they're going to be fighting against one another one more time.
Really?
I'll go over to Phoenix and kind of put my arms on her shoulders and goes, Phoenix,
What the hell?
you're in a title match. At the end of this thing, one of us is going to walk away champion. I don't care who it is, as long as it's one of us.
One of us. Yeah. All right, Vulcan. One of us.
One of us. Okay, anyway.
Google gobble, one of us.
And the bell rings as you each move to your own corner.
And we're off to the races at this sudden decision to make a championship title. There is so much on the line right now. Vulcan bringing back the old memories. Phoenix rising above. The Cook ready to scramble a few eggs. And Diesel revving up and ready to plow through the competition.
I am so excited for this night, Ramiro. I thought it was just going to be a normal tag team match, but no. Things have changed up, and now we're in for a fatal 4-way, and it can't get better than this. This is wrestling, friend. This is wrestling.
And you're only going to see this kind of quality on PWN.
I'm going to start with Vulcan is going to have control of the match to begin with.
Makes sense.
Okay.
That work the audience roll, so.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move towards the Cook. And I'm going to normally Ron opens with trying to just like match somebody strength for strength. I'm going to have a quick kick to the stomach and then hit him with a stunner.
Okay, also you're narrating, so because you have control of the match, you're narrating what Phoenix and Diesel do
Okay.
as well,
Yeah, what
just
we
so
do.
you know. Yeah.
I'm going to have Phoenix moves towards Diesel and kind of ducks below a clothesline. And then does a quick drop kick to the back of Diesel just to create separation in space.
Okay, cool. I like it. Roll plus work.
7.
All right, so this goes off pretty much the way you wanted it to. Are you retaining control or passing off control?
Momentum.
I will pass off control and gain a momentum.
Okay, Cook, what is your group doing?
So, okay, so taking the hit from that kick, wasn't expecting it. Kind of takes a moment to recover. He is going to actually try to do kind of like a haymaker from the right hand side, and try to catch Vulcan as he's trying to get ready for either another strike or move. And Diesel, after getting that drop kick from the back, is just going to do a quick turnaround and then try to charge Phoenix.
Okay. Roll plus work.
Right. Let's see. And that is that's a 12.
Oh, nice.
I almost forgot I got a +2. So okay, I gain 2 momentum. I get 1 heat, so I have maximum heat with everyone anyways.
All right, enjoy that maximum heat.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I retain control. Oh yeah, I do retain control. Okay, so I will. So doing that, it's gonna probably be like as soon as Diesel manages to grab a hold of Phoenix, they're gonna try to go for the rope.
Okay.
Right, and then going to probably just lean in enough, and then try to like toss her straight down to the mat. To try to do a submission.
Oh, okay.
And then for Vulcan, I think at that point that it does hit kind of probably a little lower than where he was aiming for, and but taking that, he's going to then grab one of Vulcan's arms that's flailing and try to just for the shoulder.
Oh, just like do what? We lost you for a second.
Oh, sorry. To like flip him over my shoulder.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. Roll for that. I can't believe it, Ramiro. I thought that Vulcan and Phoenix were ripping ready to go, but it doesn't look like they can keep momentum going. What do you think?
Looks like the cook's going for the over easy. It's just it's really things are starting to heat up here in the ring.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll. I rolled 8 as roll plus work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 10. I have a +2 to work. What do you want from me?
I love it.
So I'll gain more momentum. I'm gonna actually spend also 2 of that momentum. What it's going to be is I kind of want to see where. Okay, so what I really want is, so the cook knows that the way this match is, he wants to win it. He wants to actually put prove a point to Vulcan. He wants to win this match, so he's going to spend he's going to use his heel move and actually stipulate that he's going to win this match.
Okay.
And and what he's going to do is he's actually going to put Vulcan in an arm lock.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of go behind him and hold his arm out and put him in an arm lock, in a hold. And Phoenix is going to be also in a submission. Diesel's going to get her into a submission lock.
Okay. Only one of you can win. So what happens from there? Okay.
So from there.
I have an idea.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So can I spend a momentum to interrupt?
Yes, you can.
Because you said I had gone down over there by the ropes anyway,
rope.
so like as soon as like she's like got my leg and she's like pulling, I was like I just grabbed the rope for the rope break.
Oh, I like it. That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you get out of it, I don't know what else happens with interrupting. Oh,
it's a move.
Spend a momentum nary interruption.
Oh yeah, and now you get
in control. Mm-hmm.
So the cook has Vulcan in a arm lock. You have just freed yourself from Diesel.
And I think like as I pull my leg away, she has to let go, and I just kind of like catch her in the jaw with the heel of that same foot, and I see that the cook's got Vulcan kind of in the similar position, so like I just like run in at the cook, and like kind of like body slam into him and like just keep going, knocking the cook off of Vulcan and like face first like into a turnbuckle, and just kind of like holding him there. And what I want to do is like while he's kind of like slumped against the turnbuckle, is I then run up the turnbuckle forward and backflip off of that, grabbing onto his head and like slamming him down onto his back. Like I go face first down, he goes back first down, like whoop,
Okay, roll plus work. And thank you, Illuminated Space, for the follow. We're so excited you're joining us in the middle of what turned into a championship match when we weren't expecting it in a fatal 4-way.
So is that work or is that? I'm looking at some of the other ones, wondering like, does that count as something exposing us to legit risk, or perhaps an amazing or memorable sequence? Okay.
I feel like it's either.
Or it could be plus heat.
Yeah,
because it's a sequence. Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with that then. I will roll plus heat with the cook. That's a +2. 8. That's a 10. That's a hot 10.
Woo.
So I hit a great retain control and pick. I'm gonna pick +1 heat with the cook. I'm gonna do because that was freaking awesome.
Oh yeah.
The cook's got the momentum, but here comes Phoenix from behind, charging ahead, going up. It looks like it's gonna be the inverse skydive. No, it's a barrel roll. By God, it's the barrel roll. Pounding his fist on the table.
Ramiro, I can't believe it. I thought that Phoenix was cooked, but no, she is just flaming again, and I am so excited to be a part of this. I cannot believe it. A strong woman in the ring. It's about time. Also, thank you, Nogetsuni 1992 for the follow. We're so excited you're here. We love you. Thank you for joining us in the middle of our championship title match, the AAA Mega Championship.
So as the two of us are kind of on the ground because, you know, I flopped down, Cook went down. Vulcan kind of recovers from like being in that situation and sees that Diesel's there. And Diesel kind of like looks up at Vulcan and she tries to like rush him and like spear him or whatever, and Vulcan just like plants his feet and then picks her up and drops her back onto myself and the cook, just boom, just landing on all three of us. The cook and Phoenix ride the pain.
Yep.
I like that as I think that's a work move. I don't think that's a
okay.
Particularly, yeah.
I'll roll plus work. 6, so that is an 8. So I am going to give my opponent control, in this case Vulcan. I'm going to give him control and take +1 momentum.
Okay.
Putting me at 3.
Vulcan, what are you doing? What's going on now?
So everybody's in a pile kind of behind me?
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up the cook kind of out of the pile, and I'm going to throw him into the opposite turnbuckle from where that all took place. And I'm going to do the wrestling thing where you get up on top of him and you just...
Yeah, the pound.
On the final one, I would like to roll stiff.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Roll plus real.
That is an 8.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to give 1 injury to the cook.
Ooh. Okay.
We haven't dealt with injuries before. I don't know what that looks like.
I actually had injury from
Oh, that's right. You did. I forgot.
Yeah.
Whenever a wrestler takes an injury, mark an injury box on their sheet. Their injury rules apply so long as they have at least 1 box checked. So, like, if you've got any moves that proc off of having an injury, you can do that now. That's pretty much all it says. Then the rest of it's about like what happens when NPWs take an injury. So I'll double check the main rulebook to see if there's anything else. But like, it's pretty much just
just checking.
Mark a box. Yep. I think when they're full up, you can't work anymore because you're too injured from.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
But I'm looking into that now.
And you can take how many injuries?
3.
Okay.
I think.
It depends on your playbook.
Depends on your playbook.
3 or 4.
So you can take 4. Okay. Cool. All right. I think that's going to move control back to the cook. I think that's a good flow there.
Yeah.
Since it wasn't So the cook now retains control.
Okay. So, all right. So what he's gonna do with that is he's gonna, even though he's pinned down at the moment, he's actually gonna he's gonna exert his strength a little bit here, and he's actually gonna try to like kind of flip Vulcan over using his weight against him, and then for that moment, I want to say, Diesel's kind of gonna be like there because like wanting to and probably even help lift him off because Diesel one's still a little crack at Vulcan.
Yeah, totally.
Never really finished what they started the last time. So
okay, cool.
So I'm gonna probably do it's gonna be power.
Okay.
And I'm actually get a minus on that, so that's gonna be very interesting.
Hey Cook, which playbook are you?
I know, I just realized that I'm like, I think I technically am out, aren't I?
Oh no! I just realized there is every playbook has an injury move that lets you do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I have high flyer.
High flyer. What do they get when they're injured? Because I just realized that I went and read the full book and it's like go look at the thing.
Yeah. When you get injured, check two injury boxes.
Injury boxes. Yeah.
While injured, anytime an opponent uses your injury against you to gain an advantage, they get +1 momentum. You get +1 heat with them.
Yep. And you can spend it, and when you spend an advance, I can erase a check.
But if you have 3 checks, you can no longer compete.
Right.
Okay. So that's how injuries work.
Okay.
At least for you, anyway.
Right.
Okay.
So
rules.
Rules.
We will figure this out.
I'm gonna spend some momentum from all the momentum I kept accruing.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4, so I'm going to pay 3 to make it at least a 7 to at least just get it through.
I think that Larissa is gonna put you over for this one.
Oh,
to a 10, and she's gonna go. The cook is a great technician. You know what I'm talking about, Ramiro, when I say this. And I believe that if he can only get this doing what he wants to be doing, he will win this whole thing. I know it. He is a technician. He is strong. He is powerful. He is loved by the people. He's got this in the bag.
You're absolutely right, Larissa. The second the cook gets an inch of control, he runs away with it and dominates the competition.
Yep.
So, yeah, she's going to put you over.
Okay, so I get the 10. So what's gonna be? It's gonna be like this weird, awkward scene where it's Diesel actually has Vulcan by the arms, and then like the cook has him by the legs, and they both literally just slam him straight down to the floor. And he kind of looks at him for a moment. It's like, oh, this is going to get good. And I want to say because Diesel kind of walked away from Phoenix, I want to say Phoenix really wants to take this opportunity to kind of help, because I know she definitely wants to help Vulcan out. So I want to say she has enough beef with the cook that she wants to make this into something and make it really a grudge match, because this entire episode has literally been Phoenix really just railing up on the cook's proverbial grill.
I like it.
Everybody stop cheating. Come on, guys. Let's just play fair wrestle times. Come on, guys.
So it's going to be heat again. It's going to be heat I'm rolling. So, okay. I also rolled a 10.
Nice.
Because we have +4 heat. It's between me and everyone else.
So I think this is, do you mind if I narrate this?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you and Diesel do your team move, flinging Vulcan to the ground, and she just starts kicking him because she's just over it. And Ron kind of grabs her foot and pulls her to the ground, and they're kind of like rolling around in a wrestle, but like you can't really see what's happening. And Phoenix just comes at you to spear you, and you, as she spears you, you grab her, flip her over, and then pin her. And the referee above goes, 1, 2.
I would like to use
3.
Fighting Spirit.
Oh.
Okay.
So when taken to the limit, you dig deep and find passion and fire to press on. Once per match, when the opponent clearly has the upper hand and presses the attack, narrate how you ignore the pain and take control of the match. This works as an interrupt move, but take 1 momentum from your opponent instead of spending 1.
Oh,
all right.
Nice.
So, with the cook, in mid pin of Phoenix, I am going to roll out of the way of Diesel, shove her out of the ring, and then jump to break up the pinfall. And then I'm going to hit the cook with a left hand that drops him, and I'm going to take Phoenix, who's still on the ground, and just throw her on top of the cook, and then yell at the ref to start counting.
The cook comes in with the iron spatula. He's got Phoenix pinned down, but here comes Vulcan with the elbow. My God.
Threw me on
Using Phoenix to suppress the cook. This man cannot be contained.
I don't have anything for militia. Sorry, I just got nothing. As the referee starts counting down with Phoenix on top, the cook seems to gain some kind of energy within himself and push her off.
Totally. I was about to interrupt to push it the other way.
Okay, go ahead and do that if you want.
Sure.
That's fine.
Okay, screw it. Yeah, I will spend a momentum to interrupt. Yeah, and I think the ref runs over. He's super confused trying to keep track of all this stuff. And you're like, Vulcan signaling, go do the count. And he goes, oh, right. And just trips over like this pin. He runs, he takes one step too far, trips over the two of us, face first onto the mat.
I love it.
And the cook just like reaches up and just like grabs like a fistful of my hair or whatever and just like rips me down to the ground, just boom onto the mat. And rises up to face Vulcan. Oh man, where's the pan right now?
That's a good question.
Let's say it's in the corner.
Yeah, I think like he just we'll just say it's like nearby in the corner. He's just like he slams me aside and like looks over, sees the pan, and like just grabs it and like stands and points it at Vulcan. And just like 2 quick steps and like Vulcan goes to like try to intercept it, but just like punk, just like smacks Vulcan with the pan. And I don't know what to roll here. The game very confusing.
I think you can roll plus work. Why not?
I just wanted you to win.
I know, but I literally can't. When it was a tag team match, I could still win. But now I'm booked solo, so I the audience.
She can't win.
For the audience, my playbook, the jobber, literally cannot win whenever I am booked against another player character.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to win. So like when it was a tag match, I was fine. Now that it's a fatal 4-way.
Thanks, good, Ron. So good.
I figured that was Ron's plan. I figured that was intentional. So you want me to roll plus work? Sure, okay. I mean, he's hitting it with a pan. I don't know if that counts as power, but yeah, screw it. This is dangerous. Why not? 6, 10, 12. Roll a hot 12.
Beautiful. It's a bait and switch ever out here, but here comes the cook with the people's frying pan.
The people's frying pan. I can't believe it. I didn't think this would happen. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. As the cook lays out Vulcan. The smackdown. And Vulcan just pins as Phoenix is trying to recover from being tangled up with the ref.
Yeah, no, like I'm trying to get up, the ref's trying to get up. We're just like,
The ref like kind of climbs over you and kicks you in the process, runs over and goes 1, 2, 3, as Diesel is kind of still like trying to recover in the corner. And yeah. Oh my God, Ramiro, I cannot believe what I just saw.
Ramiro's like standing up. He's got his hands on the table. It's incredible. This 4-way, that's tag team match, which was supposed to be just a fair fight between friends, suddenly becomes a 4-way, and everyone breaks out into a grand melee. Just incredible reversals here and there. Some amazing athleticism, sweat flying everywhere, frying pans, elbows, off the top rope. Just unbelievable what we're seeing here today.
And the cook wins. The cook wins. Can you believe it? We have a new AAA Mega Champion here, right here tonight. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. As the cook music starts playing.
The cook star rises and reclaims the belt out from underneath all the contenders. Whoever we thought was going to take this championship, I got to tell you, it certainly wasn't going to be the cook as far as I was concerned. But here he is serving up a 5-star meal, and we're just here. The audience is clearly eating it up.
As the cook leaves triumphantly, a little hobbled, because you're a little injured, right? As you leave triumphantly, holding the belt over your head that's been handed to you by the ref. And then the other wrestlers pick themselves up.
Vulcan will stand up and just look at Phoenix and be like, "What the fuck?"
What would you expect me to do? You threw me on top of him. I tried to... Hey, this is not on me. We were supposed to be a team. This is on you.
Give me the mic. Takes the mic. Phoenix, you always walking around the back talking about how you're never given your respect, never given your due. The fact is you never take it. Every time you're given an opportunity, you let it slip. I literally just tried to hand you the championship, and you couldn't even hold the cook down for 3 seconds. This was supposed to be a special night for you. One that I created on your behalf.
The only thing you create, you've got to be kidding me.
She cannot catch a break.
No.
Nope.
Is it plugged in? Would you
Yeah,
plug it?
it's plugged in.
Just turn it. Oh my god.
Just talk into it. It should work.
Was it? Okay, I think it's got. What? No, hang on. It's got. Okay. The only thing that oh my god. The only thing. There it goes. The only thing you created tonight was chaos and anarchy, and everyone in this ring flaunting the rules, doing whatever they want. This was supposed to be a team match. This was supposed to be something special. We were the birds of prey, Vulcan. Ron.
Just grab the mic back.
Oh, you broke kayfabe! Ron broke that kayfabe!
We were the birds of prey. Not anymore.
Oh!
I'm gonna throw the mic down and leave the ring.
Also, Laughing Kennedy, thank you for the follow coming into the drama, the super drama of what's happening right now. As a tag team, a former tag team reunites and breaks up again. What'd you roll? They break kayfabe.
Oh, for me. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I forgot. Sorry. I was too busy acting incredulous. Oh my god. I rolled a hot 4. I botch.
You have lost Ron. You've lost Ron as a supporter backstage. Obviously. I think that's kind of how that works.
Okay. Well, would you say then that kind of like ends? Because I had like 4 heat with him. Does that sort of end that feud? Because that's how heat resets. I don't know. I'm sort of suggesting a thing here. I'm just like,
yeah, sure.
Know. Okay. So I'm gonna reset that back to. Does it go to 0 or +1? I'm gonna check. I'm gonna find out.
+1. Okay. Yeah, it's +1. Yep.
Thank you.
While this is resolving, Simon's got to bounce because he's got to be somewhere.
Yep.
So, bye. We'll see you next time.
At Lucha Libris, go check out his stuff. He's on Penumbra
Pod.
It's amazing.
I'll talk about him. Don't worry. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. As the heat goes on and the audience is just like, you've gained audience in this. I feel like y'all. I think you've got enough next week that you're probably gonna level up to the next level. But yeah. So you are all moving on, and as it continues, Vulcan, you go off doing whatever you're doing, and we see Phoenix as she comes back into the locker room, and standing there is Diesel. And Diesel just looks at her, grabs her arm, tosses her into the bathroom. And in the bathroom are Death Blossom and Carmela Davis. And they just start kicking the shit out of Phoenix as Diesel comes into the room behind her, kicks her really hard, slams down on top of her and says, "That'll show you for losing my match for me. I was the champion, and it's your fault I lost." And then it just closes.
Yeah, I don't think Phoenix says anything. I just like her face, just like it's like just blood out of the side of her mouth, just like.
As it closes, it cuts, and you see, this has been PWN Slaughter, live from Vancouver, Washington, not the one in Canada, the one in Washington. Tune in every Sunday, 3 p.m. on KPTV 12. Sponsored by Jameson Meat Sticks. And then it just fades out. Yes, I asked Simon's permission to have her as part of that beatdown.
Okay. Good.
I did ask permission.
Beautiful and good. And wonderful.
Beautiful and wonderful and fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
All
perfect.
right. I feel like nobody loses heat.
No.
And I'm pretty sure nobody has zero audience.
Yeah, because heat.
No.
Yes. No. I'm sitting at 3 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually now at 4.
Yeah, you're at 4. We're gonna talk about that. That will set off a move at the next game.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll talk about that.
Remember at the top of the game to
count up.
Yeah.
Audience.
I don't think it would have mattered for this one because
it didn't.
There wasn't much of a change, but one of those just gotta remember is the law.
Mm-hmm.
So awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's go around and introduce ourselves. I'm going to talk about Simon right quick because he had to leave. But Simon is at Lucha Libres on Twitter, and he's part of a whole lot of cool things. I follow his account, and it's amazing. I love all of his super interesting takes on things, and he's super into LARP. He does a LARP in the Boston area. That's all I really know about it, but check it out. It's cool. You can ask him about it on Twitter. And then he is also a voice actor for the Penumbra podcast, which is a super awesome queer podcast. And he is in a lot of episodes this season. So go check that out. That's why he had to leave. He had to go record some stuff.
He had to big time us. I understand.
He had to big time us. It happens. It's what it is. It's what it is. All right. Let's go with Phoenix.
Hey folks, I remain Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, where you can find me. I took the weekend off because, damn it, get away from the internet. Just let yourself be off the internet sometimes. But come check out my Twitter. Right, what the hell am I doing right now? Sorry, I'm trying to find. I foolishly started looking for somebody that we could raid, but instead I now need to tell people who I am. I am the production manager here at the Welcome to the Party, which means that I do things like run Side Quests, our weekly one-shot series, every Monday night at 9:30 Eastern Time. Coming up this Monday, we've got somebody's going to be running the Untitled Goose Game RPG. Extrapolate this from what you will. But yeah, come check out the Discord if you want to join in on some shenanigans. I obviously am. You already know what it is. I'm here every Sunday, 3 o'clock for PWN Presents Slaughter. Coming up on Tuesday at 9:30 Central Time, we are going to be doing the final episode of Tales from the Verse over at twitch.tv/DicePriori. That is a Firefly game wherein I play a absolute dirtbag pilot with a nice thick southern accent, which is not at all how I sound in real life that I'm suppressing all the time. It's a lot of fun. It's extremely, extremely gay. I think there might be one person on this ship who's straight, maybe. But yeah, we're wrapping up, so this is a great time for you to check out that, I guess. I don't know. My brain's flunking. And finally, I'm going to have something I'm going to be joining another show here on the channel extremely soon.
Very soon.
Maybe very soon. Maybe something that Kate can talk about later on.
Maybe we'll see.
Maybe. But yeah, that's me at the moment.
All right, I'm gonna throw it to Smurf.
Yo, everybody, I'm DSC_Smurf on the internet. You can find me there on Twitter primarily. I play a lot of RPGs on the internet everywhere. You can find me tomorrow, which is Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific time on Dumpstack Charisma for a Star Wars game, Hunt for the Ripper. It's like a noir-style game where we're mercenaries trying to, find somebody who, murdered our boss. And then on Tuesday, I'll be back on Dumpstack Charisma at 7 p.m. Pacific for King's Ransom, which is our 5e Fallout game, which is hella fun. I'm off on Wednesday and Thursday, oddly enough.
What?
I had a game canceled and my regular off day. And then on Friday, I will be with Throck for our Princes of the Apocalypse game here at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So check all those out. Follow me on the Instagram, the Twitters, for when I go live and all that kind of stuff.
I think you play like 7 games, right?
Yeah, he also has a Saturday game.
I also have a Saturday game, but it's every other week. I play.
Okay.
I stream 12 out of 14 days in a 2-week period.
Jeez, I'm just impressed by that. Impressed.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage on the internet. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Death by Mage. You can check out all my wonderful creations I created on the DMs Guild. I have a lot of wonderful things like Journey to the Feywild, Artifacts of the Guild, the recent Copper best-selling Forged in
So
Battle.
good, yo! It's so good.
I bought it. I bought it.
We're like 1 or 2 copies away from closing out on the next giveaway, because we're every 10 sales we're doing a giveaway of dice from that sponsor from one of our sponsors, Tabletop Loot, who's also one of my sponsors. So yeah, we're almost getting ready for that giveaway. So if you want to just check it out, also you can check it out on Twitter. That thing has probably been spewing everywhere at this point. And also you can check out at the end of January. You can check if you're a Pathfinder 2e fan and player. Check out Pathfinder Lost Omens, Gods and Magic, because I wrote in it a little bit.
Because Jackie's big time now. Big time.
It's okay. I'm used to being left behind. I get it. Everybody's just moving on from our little show. Don't even know what I mean by all of that.
I don't know what you mean either. Did you have anything else? Or was that?
No, I'm good.
Okay,
I'm pretty good.
Hi, I'm Kate. You can find me at Me and Midair on the Twitters, where I sometimes tweet and sometimes don't. It depends on the day and how I'm feeling. But I like to hang out there. And I am also a part of the Tuesday night game, Rifts, Blood, Dirt, and Chrome, where I play a half-fairy wizard thief and who's green. And we might be having a new addition to the party in like 2 weeks. I'm just guessing. That might be happening, where we have a new character. I've heard she's pretty cool. But I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. But we play on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and it's a ridiculously fun game. It's either dating sim or weird, ridiculous monsters and things from out of everywhere, and or it's people yelling at each other. It's what happens. It's like that's the game. Feels.
Yep.
That's Rifts. I'm pretty sure that covers it. And if you are a streamer or a person who needs design or logos or anything like that, I am a designer by trade, and I just opened a new website. If you're looking for design of anything, it's at meandmidairdesign.com. Check that out. I am fairly reasonable. Tell me what you want, and I'll send you a good quote. We can work out. I made this overlay here.
Kate did my logo.
I did your logo. Is it live yet?
It's everywhere now.
Oh, I didn't know. I missed it. I totally missed it. Darn it. Okay.
It's on Twitter now. It's also on my Facebook. It's I think I put it up already. So yeah, it's up on there.
Yeah, so I can do logos. I can do anything that you could anything you need. Let me know. I'd love to help you out. I wanted to give a huge thank you to everybody who stopped by today, followed us. That was great. We had so much interaction for the subscription. Swordsfall was awesome. Throwing out subscriptions to people. Thank you so much for that. And I want to do another shout out to Roll20, Devin Rue, the Mistress of Maps, Tabletop Loot, and So Nerdwear. It's what the nerds wear. Our sponsors. We are out, I think, for the week. Who are we rating?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So the next thing coming up is going to be.
Oh yeah, the next thing coming up is side quests.
Side quests. Yes, it's going to be that side quest thing I was talking about. It's the next show coming up. We are going to raid the Hex Circle, because they are playing some Strahd, it looks like, and I know people love Strahd, so let's go raid them. Let's show them a little bit of love. Go
get your
bounce around
emotes
the chat.
ready, get your love set out, and let's go. Let's go do some raiding. We'll see y'all all next time, y'all.
Do-do-do.